with that, let's go ahead and bring ourselves into frame. There are a couple things that happen fairly early into the 15th of April. First of those is that Lisa has gotten a message from her Delta Rain, from Delta Rain in March, or in Lamiera, and a content writer is available to board the ship as soon as you guys are ready.
Oh yeah.
And I forget, did Jai stay? Actually, I don't think I didn't forget because Lulu needed to leave early. So would Jai have stayed on the planet after the dinner party with Cassian?
Hmm.
And what may help
I
in this
think
decision is, what about Nemesis also?
it's more likely they were headed up to the ship.
Okay.
With yeah, I did what I needed to on the planet, so I'd go back to ship.
Okay. They can both return to the ship, no problem. They take Omikawa, Armstrong, and actually just those two back up with them. Lisa stays on the planet. She still has a little bit of work to do here. She got her interview from Cassian during that party, or while you guys were being entertained by the orchestra, I guess. Let's see. And she messages up to Jai, asks him to send the cargo lighter down and have someone pick up Aquila Manley, give her a tour of the ship, and Lisa will be up later to let her know what kind of content is acceptable. Basically, set some ground rules for the Raza, and she'll, if Jai wants to be present for that, or if any of the command crew wants to be present for that, she'll just make it a meeting.
I'll assign Nemesis to that. It's their
That's
thing.
the Delta Rain envoy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That's your job, Nemesis.
Okie doke.
All right. And bad on me. I may have been misgendering Aquila. What pronoun was I using?
Her.
Think her.
Shoot,
Hers, yeah.
I wasn't
I mean,
referring to Lisa for that.
Don't think. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, Aquila is not really a very common modern name, so
Yeah. Let's see. All right. Well, is Nemesis coming down on the cargo lighter to pick up Aquila, or are you guys just having one of your regular crew go down and, or
I
letting her take it up alone?
mean, well, not alone, but
Right. Okay.
yeah, I'd probably just stay on the Raza. Got to get stuff ready.
Okay.
I'm putting together my little PowerPoint.
Perfect. That's probably going to load very high on the screen. I'll fix it in a second. Yep. There we go. Um.
Hmm.
one of your regular crew members goes down and picks up Aquila. And we will come back around to the tour and/or orientation a little bit later.
Mm-hmm.
Knox, how did you feel about having Charlie talk to Harry? Do you want to do that now, or do you want to wait?
Let's hold off on it for now, please.
Okay, can do that. Lulu, Cassian sends a message to the Raza, to the captain of the Raza.
Mm-hmm.
Basically says that he has confirmed House Belmont will perform the installation for an extra 20,000, mostly to that fee is mostly to re-task people who were working on other things, and essentially paying overtime as they will need to double time on certain projects later on to make up for that lost time.
Okay. Noted.
Go ahead and pay the difference between cargo lighter and drop pod plus
Plus
20,000.
20,000. Yeah. Let me look that up really quickly.
Gotta-
I think it's 175. I'm not sure though.
Nah, you should stiff them. Like, say, it's like, oh, we pay once we're done, and then it's like, oh, sorry, bye.
Raza.
Haha, piracy.
Uh,
That's how it works, right?
yeah. Drop pod versus cargo later. And it's actually a lot more.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Piracy is basically the dine and dash of sci-fi.
So drop pod's 300,000, cargo lighter is 25,000.
Oh, I was actually off by 100,000. Okay. Okay.
295. Okay.
Well,
That's
after.
fine.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying that's fine.
Yeah. Let's get some music here. Duh. Where's March? Oh, it's behind us. It was last month.
Yep. It sure was.
So after Aquila Manley has been received on the Raza, your crew get to work cleaning up the cargo bay, and that sounds very loud. Sorry, cleaning up the not cargo bay, the cargo lighter area, and removing anything that you guys want to keep on the ship, and basically making it ship shape for it to be torn down and reassembled and reinstalled. You will of course need to take the Raza over to Light Rider Station and dock under their instructions. And Cassian will have already sent over message to them and arranged everything so you don't necessarily have to do anything except for leave your ship identified exactly as it is, and they'll basically just automate the rest. And your ship will become unflyable for the 6 days that they're working on this.
All right.
You will also be unable to use the cargo lighter for obvious reasons. So if you want to go down to the surface, you'll need to either take the Marauder or call a shuttle service or use a shuttle service provided by Light Rider Station or pretty much any city on Lamiera. Does anybody want to go down to the planet before you get trapped into a shuttle with guns or somebody else's hospitality?
Sounds like a euphemism or something. I don't know.
Can I rent a hotel somewhere for the entire crew?
Yes, you could.
I would like to rent a hotel somewhere for the entire crew.
Okay. um.
Yeah,
Hey.
have fun working that one out. Tell me how much it is.
Just say 1,000 credits.
Yeah, I was
Well,
probably just gonna round
maybe
it up.
you could always convince your father to do it himself, do it with his money.
Yeah.
See. All right, perfect. There we go. That's perfect. There are some of the crew that are not going to go down. There's some that either want or need to stay on board. Your security crew, at least a few of them are staying aboard, as well as a few ship crew.
Don't forget my security drones.
Ah, yes, and security drones. Will you have enough range for them?
I
You're
want
in-
to say they've got a 5-kilometer range on those.
Nah, you're in a high
Oh,
orbit.
yeah. Okay. Well, they can still file reports to the system, and they won't actually do anything because they don't have expert systems.
Okay.
But I guess so. I guess they don't need. They don't. They can identify. I guess some sort of. I guess they'll just log whoever walks by, like a camera.
Yeah, that's basically what they'll do when they're in the
They just can't
standby
take
mode.
action based on it.
So,
It's kind
how
of weird.
how good of
'cause the,
accommodations does Zoe want to buy or rent?
Like 3-star. I don't want there to be roaches, but I don't want them to have caviar.
Okay. So probably a good lifestyle.
Yeah.
One moment, please.
See what an anomalous reading is.
What anomalous reading?
I was double checking the station keeping thing with the observation suites.
Oh,
For my
gotcha.
security trends. It's like it's not really an expert system.
25 credits a day plus how many crew members do we have now? Or-
I'm just sending a few. Well, I'm leaving a few up. So, they will. Zoe can find a good hotel that's not serving caviar, but is also considered.
I mean, I don't actually. If they want caviar, I don't care if they're serving caviar. I just don't want them to have like, every room has a plate of it in the middle.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So like
'Cause I'm not-
3.5 stars.
Yeah.
Um, the 16 that are going down, Zoe can find accommodations for them for a week for 3,000 credits.
Yeah. Dope. Do it.
And building up goodwill with crew.
And keeping them together so they can protect each other.
Right?
It's almost like there's a method to my madness.
Almost.
Almost.
We're getting there.
You said 3,000 total or 3,000 per person?
Oh, 3,000 total.
Oh, shit. Bump them up to 4-star. Fuck it.
Want to make it a 5,000?
Yeah.
Give them a some kind of tour package if they want to undertake it.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So, minus 5,000.
All right. And of course, I just got the music started, but now I'm going to pause it for a moment.
Combat music plays.
What's that?
As combat music plays.
Oh.
Yeah, he's got to drop a quick map of the hotel for the eventual hotel assault.
Well, I've
You
got all the
laugh.
character sheets, so I guess everyone pick an NPC. You'll be controlling them for the rest of the session.
All right.
Dope.
All right. Let me get myself set up here. We'll pause this. We'll play our hidden Richard track. We got some news coming in.
Boy.
The following broadcast is not suitable for musicians of handmade music and children under 3 years of age. The end is coming, Xander. This hurts you.
All right. Everybody able to hear that?
Mm-hmm.
A broadcast comes in from well, it's flagged as coming as arriving from I guess I haven't really decided how they're flagged. This is coming in on a ship that Lisa had put the message on, which was finishing up trade in UIS and then heading into March. She timed it specifically so that you guys would have 2 days to finish up business in March and get out if you needed to. Not knowing, exactly what you guys were going to do, but wanting to give you at least those 2 days window. Here it goes.
Oh no.
Move over, Megacore. The Raza is back, and they're going to kick your butts or whatever. Who even are the Raza, you ask? Maybe you should watch the holovid instead of asking stupid questions. I'm sure you have 5 minutes in that meaningless void you call a life. And Raza, if you're listening to this, go. Kick some Megacore butt. Or whatever. I don't care what you do. Everyone else, buy my book. You're stupid. This is April, reporting for blah 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 boring. And cut. Oh my gosh, can we
What
go
the-
now? I'm so tired of this.
Did you
I'm-
hire a professional voice actor?
Okay, that's good.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Hey, Lisa? Was that your contact?
Lisa hastily takes the call. She's on Planet Jai, still on the ship, right?
Yeah.
She's pale.
What the fuck?
I don't know who that was. We were supposed to get Amelia.
What happened?
I don't know. I'm checking into it right now.
Oh my god. This is what happens when your PR agent rolls a 2 on their fucking roll. Oh, this is great. She's like that she's like the mean Janets from The Good Place.
Bad Janet.
Yeah, bad Janets. Oh fuck. That's hilarious.
Oh God.
I thought it was pretty good.
Well,
Really, I feel like it really reaches out to the younger generation.
That's amazing.
Outstanding.
I love
And
that.
plus,
I love
there's
that
no
in our
pressure put on
PR
us.
announcement she managed to slide in buy my book.
Oh yeah. I guess
Well,
that.
on the bright side, since that was almost certainly not a professional, it's possible that no one listened to it.
Oh, well, it's coming over on the Artemis Black Network News.
Yeah,
Damn
I
it.
would. Are you kidding? I would fucking listen to this person. Just any news. Yeah, it's
Horrible.
like a container ship stuck in a canal or some shit. You know, whatever. Buy my book.
Lisa, if I ever suggest putting up PR again, I want you to remind me of what happened here and stop me.
It might not be as bad as it sounds, Captain.
I mean,
It sounds pretty bad.
But let's
it
just
didn't really put that much pressure on us.
let's just wait and see how it plays out with our target demographic.
Their target demographic again?
Everyone who hates the megacorps.
Okay.
Take some stress meds or heart meds or whatever you do.
Custom tailored drugs.
Actually, you know what? I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go find a QED and erase the past hour.
Then you'll just have to hear that again, won't you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a
you have
good
to find.
point.
You have to figure out where the source is and go back to that point in time. But if it's too far back, it's just SOL because butterfly effect's gonna really get you.
Could erase the past 6 months. That is an option.
Yeah, but only is Jai actually saying this?
Yeah.
Doesn't that only erase your memory, Captain?
Hmm.
I don't think it'll change anything that has happened.
You're right. I need a bigger QED. I'll go get on that, I guess.
Oh, this reminds me of an episode in a children's cartoon.
That's an odd segue.
Well, I mean, the concept was you want everyone else to forget something.
Ah,
Very
yes.
similar concept.
So to answer some questions, yes, I didn't hire, but I did ask a player in one of my other games if they'd be interested.
It's amazing.
And that was the result.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Did
Don't-
you tell them to do that?
To do what?
Did you? Well, I guess the question is, do they have the whole script, or was there some ad libbing?
There was some ad libbing.
Okay, it was good ad libbing then.
Yeah. And if you hated this, don't worry. She has agreed to keep voicing April for as long as April is reporting on the Raza.
Oh no.
Hilarious.
Terrible.
Freaking amazing.
Outstanding. Well, all right.
Thought you guys would appreciate that. No other news came through. Just that one.
Okay.
I'm not going to. If anyone brings it up, I'm not going to acknowledge them.
Let's see, when is your next news? Looks like the 21st, so good. Perfect. Right as you guys are finishing up with the drop pod installation.
I did want to ask our trader girl down there on the surface. Has she been poking around for any buyers for the statue while she's doing her vacation?
So Zoe could have been in between the other things that she was doing for the 2 days that you've already been down here. As long as you're only trying to sell one thing, you can still just, spend your day normally. It's when you're trying to do two things or sell two things that's the only thing that Zoe's doing.
Okay. Then yeah, I would try and sell the statue.
All right.
Salami Air probably has some obscure law that's going to be brought against us for trying to sell a cultural artifact.
It's also got a ton of rich people though, so who
Yeah.
probably buy crap like this all the time. So, whatever.
So the complication that Zoe is facing is that the third day is going to be the first day of vacationing with Daddy.
Yeah. Can we do the third day after? Like, can we split it?
Will if Zoe doesn't want to do it, be on the phone and working this while she's on her first day of vacation, then I'll certainly let her try. It will be a skill check to try and it'll be a skill check at the end of the vacation to see if she had set up her first 2 days well enough that the long gap did not just completely negate all that work.
Okay.
Won't be a hard
Look-
skill check, just a difficulty 10.
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of a vacation is you do a vacation.
Yeah.
Be kind of a jerk. Although, let's see, if old Papa Larue is out there on his cell phone while we're fishing, then fuck it.
If he's doing any work when you get back to the cabin, go right the fuck ahead.
And I do have to backtrack a little bit. It is kind of a hard difficulty. It's difficulty 10. I keep.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I understood what you meant.
my sense of difficulty has been skewed by the fact that you guys are fairly high level. Actually, very high level.
+4s and whatnot.
Yeah.
Next level, we get access to +4. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
My rolls are already usually like +4 because of the +1 on stat.
Mm-hmm. Some people have +2s.
I need to get higher.
Well, that's why Jai makes drugs.
Yeah.
Higher
okay,
and
there we go.
higher.
Glad somebody made the joke.
Yeah, can I set up? I think I asked this before, but I'll ask again. Can I set up like an IV filled with Psychin?
And gain the benefits of it? No. He can gain he can have the drawbacks of it for as long as he has the IV in.
What if I fill it with what if I fill it with enough Psychin to consistently remain active for the entire duration?
No, he still's not going to get the benefit of it.
No, lame.
I am taking a hard stance on that is only good for a scene.
How long would you say a scene lasts on average?
Up to 15 minutes.
All right, 24.
No, you can't just take multiple doses of it.
I would need 96 doses to stay on it all day. I can manage that.
Sure.
In addition to the GM saying no, I think there might be some problems with the system strain.
Yeah.
Well, Zoe meets up with Cassian. He is dressed down a little bit, but has one of those guards that will be accompanying him, well, accompanying you, carrying some luggage. Did Zoe bring any suitcases of her own?
She brought the appropriate amount of stuff.
Okay.
I guess that's another question. Did she bring any guards or other
No.
people with? No. Okay.
She did bring her gun though.
She was given special permission to pass through a checkpoint with that.
Okay, good.
The guards accompanying you are also obviously armed, both laser rifles and laser pistols.
Cool.
Charlotte, your big teddy bear of the past, is there.
Really, really weird. Like, what the heck?
and the vacation starts fairly smoothly, almost as if Cassian probably has an army of people that can prepare the logistics of everything he does.
Yeah, that tracks. That tracks.
Um, you take his yacht out to uh, a private lake. It's not necessarily his private lake, but it is a private lake that you've been allowed to camp along the shore of and fish in. Um, and he is not conducting business while with. So, in fact, he's not really trying to push interaction with her initially.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you know, we have the business of vacationing to do.
You have the business of vacationing to do. Um,
What kind of worms are we using?
um,
See, this is the problem. This is the problem. Arch knows way more about fishing than I think. Uh,
oh, that's okay. Because
You're using chopped up
nope,
sandworms from.
oh,
he
fancy.
says that the best worms are actually not implanted, but imported to the shores of this lake, and you actually go digging for your own worms.
Dope.
Oh, old school.
Yeah. I mean, what's the point of doing an old fashioned, fishing vacation if you don't fucking do it?
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. And uh, he starts opening up more. Well, not opening up more too, but interacting, engaging more with Zoe as the the tents have been set up for later use, and everything's set up, and uh, they're walking along to the shore. He starts talking about the shore itself, the lake, the tunnel that they'll be going to. He starts talking about the different places, the things that they're going to do on this vacation, as well as
Mm-hmm.
the immediate concern of hope you don't mind getting your hands dirty because we're going to be digging into the earth for some worms. Um, Actually, scratch that. He doesn't say hope you don't mind getting your hands dirty. He just says we're going to be digging into the earth to get the worms for these hooks.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Well, yeah, sounds like it's necessary. She just gets in there, starts digging.
okay. We'll montage a little bit, like I said.
There is one question that I want to ask him while we're like out fishing.
Okay.
When it's just the two of us. At some point, she's gonna turn to him and be like, "So, what's with the homing pigeon thing? You know, the loot boxes.
The loot boxes. Yes, I
Mhm.
suppose they are loot boxes.
Yeah, but
Uh,
it's a little weird that I like dream about where they are.
I wanted to make certain that once you did fly the nest, wherever you traveled, you would always be covered if you needed to.
No, we didn't we?
Mm.
Didn't we find the one on this planet already?
Nope, you were only here for a few hours last time.
God, what was that one that we found? Like right before we left.
Several of them.
Was that on Gun?
The gun
there-
was on the very first planet.
No. The planet Gun or
Uh,
space. What was the one? Where did we pick up the Russians? Because I think it was the same time we picked up the Russians.
That was
Uh,
so.
Sos.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't then. No, it's where we picked up the new people. No, that was on SOS too.
The
Whatever.
mass
All
of
right.
crew you just got was actually
No, I'm talking about the new players
oh, the new players.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's also
Yeah, I was
so.
about
who are not new anymore. So.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but I didn't say, but I was going to say.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know which one you're referring to then.
Yeah, me neither. I guess I'll have to think about it.
Okay.
Like we were hanging out at the starport for a long time, and then like
I think that was Henry Station.
maybe I don't know.
Actually,
Anyway,
sorry, I have a list of all the loot boxes you've been to. I can just look. Oops, wrong way. I had to have a list so that Cassian could reference
yeah,
everywhere
could
you'd
track
been.
it down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, the first loot box you ever picked up was on Stet. That's the planet that
Yeah.
you crashed into.
Yeah.
Then was
That was the one with the money.
Uh-huh. And then Gorman 1760. That might be what you're thinking of because that's a space station.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I guess.
But yeah, he basically explains that Zoe was imprinted with this knowledge at a young age,
Hmm.
through various imprinting technologies.
Sure.
Um,
Well, it seems to have stuck, so you should find whoever you paid to do that and give him a tip.
it's actually part of the Galactic Mandate program that created Chase. I didn't create Chase, that... Well... Suppose cat's out of the bag now. Yes, that created Chase.
How'd you manage to get in on that?
Money.
No, yeah, well,
Money buys everything.
can't buy me love. Oh shit! I think I'm getting a fish here.
Be sure it's not just a piece of shit.
No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. I think I'm getting a fish here.
He interrupts conversation to come over and help Zoe with the line if she seems to not. Does she seem to know what to do with it, do you think?
I think that she is a skilled novice.
Okay, yeah, he comes over and
She
helps.
she paid attention when they were giving the briefing, but she doesn't have any practice at it.
He comes over and help, and he is acting perfectly natural as he basically just comes around and like a father over their child. He's getting his hug, sort of.
No, wrong.
Dive! Dive!
Damn
Dive!
it.
Dive!
Is she gonna lose the fish?
Oh, poop. Yes. No. No, I mean, she's going to catch the fish, but then she's going to release it because what the fuck do they need fish for? Like, come on.
Okay. And does she push him away when he tries to help?
No, but I don't know. It's very weird.
All right. He doesn't have any negative reaction to her letting it go. He just kind of laughs. Says should have at least let us measure that one first.
Oh. Well, I mean, it was about yay big, and she holds her hands in that way that fishermen do when they're lying about how big their fish are.
Right.
It's slow. Your hands slowly creep apart. It was about this big.
He has a good laugh. And
Besides, I mean, there's always more fish.
picks his line back up. With that ice kind of broken.
Are we fishing in the water, on a pier, or on the shore near the water?
You guys are on a rowboat.
Oh, okay.
It's
getting away.
the advanced rowboat. It's not going to tip over on you.
Ooh, it's like a pontoon boat or something.
I would
Um,
just imagine like gravimetrics, some weird.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, it could just be a catamaran or something.
Eh,
Mm,
yeah,
not
but
good enough.
don't
It's
those
sci-fi.
other things that the technology we have right now doesn't it all involve like other basically extending the craft across the water?
Yeah, that's one. So it could be
That's
like a trimaran.
the pontoons, yeah. No, this is
Yeah.
just not a rowboat. It's a motorized boat. What's that called? Speedboat? Yeah, speedboat.
Fishing boat.
I'm not a nature person.
Yeah, I mean, most people just call them fishing boats.
Okay. It's a small fishing boat, but it does have some technological gravitic controls that will ensure that it can't tip over and tries to disallow anybody from being thrown out, even if things are rocking.
Crazy.
Crazy.
It's excessive because you could do the same thing with a trimaran. God damn. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, but then you have to have. It doesn't look like just a single little boat, though.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. This is like your Ren Fair person pulling out their cell phone to be like, oh yeah, I'll just order us some mead.
Oh, yeah, pretty much. I was also going to say it's like putting on training wheels or having a bike that technologically has some kind of technology that it can never fall over. They both achieve the same
Gyroscope.
purpose.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Um, with that kind of breaking the ice, um, he's very open to Zoe. He's acting very naturally. Um, he is fairly charismatic in his own way, but he's also acting a little bit like he's her father.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
I know, right? Um,
How dare he?
how is Zoe kind of interacting with him?
Um. So I think a lot of it is going to be like, look, I don't remember anything from our before, so everything I know about you is based off what I've read off the internet. So, what's the truth behind this dumb story?
Okay.
I think I think she's gonna make it perfectly clear that she doesn't remember shit about him because she doesn't.
And I'm blanking at the moment. Has this been made clear to him already? Have you guys?
Yeah.
Okay, when was that?
Uh, I mean,
So she
I told him first when we first met,
Right, but he
and
didn't.
then
He didn't believe
but
that.
he didn't believe it. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then we
And-
told him again at the second
right at the
meeting at coffee place.
yep,
Okay.
or tried to. I'm not sure if he believed that either.
I mean, at this point, we're gonna spend a week together. He's gonna find out.
Oh yeah.
I mean I did what I could.
Yeah, no, that's nobody's blaming you.
He's only got a +1 in charisma. Weak.
Yeah, not everyone can be a PC and have skill points to spend on their ability scores. I know it's sad.
But if you donate to our foundation, you too.
Oh, that got me. That was a good one.
One of the things that actually hinders his charisma is, and Zoe learns this throughout the week talking with him, he does have a bit of a temper.
Sure.
He
Runs in the
internal.
family.
It seems to run in the family a little bit.
Yeah.
He internalizes it a lot, but it still gets in the way of some things. He'll tell Zoe some stories of some trades that went sour at the edge of a sword, or with a fist in the face.
Yeah, no, I want to hear about him and the bro. Tell me about the bro.
And he does come to accept and acknowledge, accept, and understand why Zoe is hesitant to open up to him, and he just tries to basically father charm his way past that. Um,
Father charm?
yeah, saying charm his way past that sounded weird, so I added father in front. I'm not sure if it sounded less weird.
No. Still weird.
He tries to fatherly past that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that sound better?
Yeah, I understand what you're going for.
Okay, okay.
I think that's about as good as it's gonna get.
Um, and he really can't help himself from treating her like a kid at times.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I am probably a kid. He's like
I mean,
40 something, so.
he does have, quite a few years of supposedly raising you,
Uh-huh.
kind of,
Mhm.
backlogged or, inherent.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand where he's coming from, but like that's not where I'm coming from. Like I don't have that.
Yeah.
So.
The way that the fatherly comes in, or the treating her like a kid comes in, is he gets a little bit high and mighty sometimes.
Mhm.
And basically just talks or tells her something as if he expects her to do what he has said, or simply flat out believe what he's saying as gospel and truth.
Mhm.
And the story of the bro is that he did spend some time there. He had to get very physical in that negotiation. He lost some fights, and in losing a couple of fights, he was required to give up something to the bro. They have some very particular physical laws there, where uh, if you decline a fight because you're weak, you've lost a fight. In any fight, the victor gets to take something from the loser. And so he went in full immersion amongst these not towering, but giants of men, um, knowing that he was going to have
Are
some.
the bro are the bro entirely men?
No, giants of
Yeah,
humankind.
the women. Oh, okay. I was about to say the women bro are like that's dumb. We're not gonna do that.
No, they're very physical also.
Oh, okay.
Um,
You saw the episode of Rick and Morty.
I haven't seen any of them. I saw like one episode and said, "Nah, that's not for me."
That's fair.
Um, and it all comes down to the fact that he did get beat up a couple times, and kept coming back to the negotiating table. He talks himself up during this, says that he knew that if he hadn't secured this production deal, that the bro would start conquering nearby systems again, and especially after coming off of the Raza attacking the Megacorps, the sector just wouldn't stand up to that. The sector wouldn't survive.
Mm.
He does confide to her that the capital ship construction, rumored from that, is ongoing, and it is private for him.
Wait, he's got a personal capital ship line now?
Not line, just one being constructed.
Oh, okay. What do you need a navy for, Dad?
Protection.
Well, I guess I can't really argue with you. I mean, I've also got a
Well,
capital ship.
I didn't know if the Raza would come back, and if it did, if it would continue its assault against only the corpse. At every moment expected I could become their next target, or Lamiera in general.
Rule it out.
How do you know you aren't? How do you know giving you
Wow.
Zoe wasn't a scheme?
Well, that's
We're raising your capital as we speak.
no, that's why he placed some restrictions on what you can do with the Raza.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Because we're totally gonna listen to that. So yeah. Tell me about you and Mom. What happened there? Let's dig right into those sore subjects. I assume this is like day 4.
Yeah, you guys are probably sailing along inside the Rainbow Tunnel, or at some part of it. I can't remember the exact timeline I laid out, but you guys are you've camped for a day. You've sailed through the tunnel for I think it was like a day or a day and a half. Um,
Is this yacht like a mega yacht or like a more normal boat?
I think it's a more normal sized yacht.
Okay.
Flaunting his wealth.
And he
Wow.
is only he's clearly holding something back when he's talking about Melody.
Mhm.
He tells of her being shot on Sos.
No. I don't want to hear about how she died. I want to hear about how she lived.
Oh, he has all the glowing things to say about how she lived.
Awesome.
Very long after she got shut.
Wow, brutal. Who invited the peanut gallery? Get the fuck out of here.
I didn't hear what Meowkin said.
Don't worry about it.
He said. He said not long after she got shot.
Sorry, it was terrible. I know.
It's brutal.
And he lights up when he is talking about how Melody lived. Zoe's seeing a man who has been very, very heavily influenced by this love of his life. He, of course, says how he really wasn't a good person before her. He was mean and terrible, and he's embellishing a bit, Zoe can tell.
Mm-hmm.
But he talks the hell up out of Melody.
Nice.
And he segues from that a couple times. Says that she would certainly be proud of what Zoe has become.
A space pirate.
Well.
An independent
Not saying
woman
that.
making her own choices.
Yeah, a pirate.
Yar.
That's what we said.
Was there anything else that Zoe wanted to pick at, or shall we wrap that up?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else offhand.
Okay. Perpetual motion or whatever I called it. I can't remember what I named it.
It was
Oh.
perpetual motion.
No, she does want to tell her dad that it's very weird that he has renamed, or he forces his bodyguards to rename themselves after a childhood bear. Like, she is like, dude, like, come on. Weird.
He chuckles and says, perhaps a little bit.
I mean, I guess you're rich, so it's centric instead of weird, but it's weird. Eccentric?
Eccentric, you get it.
Eccentric? Yeah, okay, whatever. It's
I
not
think-
the thing
I
a
think-
normal person does. Which I understand you're not normal, but it's still.
Slightly worrying.
Well,
Mhm.
you destroyed that teddy bear, so I wanted something to always remind me that you were out there.
I mean, we could just take a picture,
It'll
kind of like
last
this
long.
one, and I pull out my little box, the cube with the picture on it.
Ah, you've kept that.
Well, yeah, it's got all the money on it. Does that actually get a chuckle out of?
It does.
Okay, good. Yes! Zoe LaRue, master manipulator.
And yes, it was perpetual motion. It's just a theme park. It's neat. It has those I'm sure you've seen them. Caplamino, where the dominoes go and knock the ball, and the ball knocks into a magnet, and the magnet knocks into a ball. Um, it has a lot of that. It doesn't actually have any perpetual motion machines as far as Zoe can see. Everything
Perpetual motion.
is actually powered by energy.
Yep.
Um,
Everything's a motion machine.
yeah. And with TL5 or with pre-tech components, perpetual motion actually is achievable, but this theme park has not put a pre-tech component into any of their machines to make them perpetual motion.
Yeah, that's fair. It's it's perpetual in quotations motion machines.
Yeah. And to
Alright.
the less engineer inclined observer, yeah, these things are amazing. They're fantastic. They're magic. They are perpetual motion. But Zoe can see where the mechanisms are feeding.
Yeah, I assume a lot of effort was put into hiding anything that looks like it's actually supplying energy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
And we'll come back to Zoe in 6 days. So I guess you can do your homework now, Xander. I would, of course, prefer if you stayed in the session. Because your peanut gallery comments are
Appreciated.
always appreciated, yes.
Oh, well, that's good.
Nox, you up for some Charlie with Harry conversation?
Sure, let's get this out of the way.
Okay.
Fine, but only because I have to.
It's a thing that I'd like to do.
You know, y'all never did address the joyride on the motorcycles.
Oh yeah, that's right. While you were gone, we went on a
I
joyride.
saw the session last week.
Oh, okay, good. We bonded, okay?
Yeah.
You don't have a choice in it either.
Do you want to have any do you have any thoughts on how that went? What kind of I guess pair bonding experience the two of them had? You may have cut out there. What was that?
Not really.
Then we can just leave it at it was a mutually enjoyable motorcycle ride, hyper advanced motorcycle riding experience.
Yep.
But
Do you want to go do the races? Because we could totally go do the races. I think you might actually be a better racer than me, so I'll hop up the motorcycle. You do the races.
I'm just thinking what tricks you can get up to with telekinesis.
I don't think much changes if it's an advanced motorcycle.
Oh,
Can't
you don't.
advanced motorcycles just move on surfaces anyways?
Yeah, but you can do like a backflip while upside down on a surface.
Yeah, one of the things about this hyper advanced motorcycle is have you seen any of those playthroughs of GTA 5?
No.
Okay. Well, then the reference is lost. Meowkin actually pointed me to those playthroughs.
The motorcycle physics.
It's apparently it's all the car physics. As long as the car is
Yeah.
going fast enough, it can
Fling to any surface.
yeah. So these motorcycles have the equivalent of Charlie's kinetic transversal.
I'm just going to assume they work like Mario Kart motorcycles. And they just drive on any surface.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They also have a little parachute that pops out when you're flying.
They don't.
What?
Can't let them go too fast, I guess.
No, I'm
To
to lower you gently to the ground.
no,
I'm not gonna get hurt.
if you take a big jump, then you are expected to know how to land the big jump. Now, if you can somehow turn that big jump into a wall ride, then that'll make landing it a lot easier.
Fair enough.
I guess if Charlie had what's it called? The one where you make a thing, force construct.
Hmm.
That would be interesting. But he doesn't, so that's just not possible.
Yeah.
So I mean, can you not telekinetically manipulate the bike itself?
Technically
Not
not
if he
while he's
wants it to
riding.
maintain speed.
Uh,
Yeah.
Oh, guys. Okay.
It'll be
Okay.
really hard to justify the motorcycle suddenly gently floating at about 5 feet around.
Okay. Yeah. No, but that's not as cool as I thought then.
And telekinesis still restricts someone from riding something that you're telekinesing.
However, telekinesis can be used on willing targets. So you can move somebody as long as they're willing.
Yeah. I will have to look again. I thought I said that you still can't move yourself with it, though. I don't remember.
I have no idea if I can move
What?
myself.
Yeah.
Although
I don't remember
it would be the cheapest flight ever to, I don't know, stand on a cardboard box and then just move the cardboard box.
Yes. Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I don't feel like that would break anything in a sci-fi world, but
I think it
I don't remember we
was.
discussed it or not.
Yeah, I think it was intended by Kevin Crawford that you couldn't just uh get the cheap flight. That if you want to be able to fly, you get level your telekinesis up to 4, and you can fly. Because otherwise, in fact, I think flight is only. It's not that fast, is it?
Doubles your movement.
Yeah, so that
It's
would
pretty
be
fast.
completely pointless. I'm positive that telekinesis is not intended to allow you to move, because double a normal person's movement is 20 meters per round.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, and the
For-
object move with telekinesis up to 20 meters per round. You're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
For Charlie, it would be
Well,
40
no,
meters
hold
per
on.
round.
Yeah. Actually, no. That's
It
because
does
when
require you to like maintain like actions to move yourself, though.
I don't think so. You just you commit effort, and then it's just on all the time.
whatever for the main.
Are you
See,
talking about for flight or telekinesis?
Flight.
Yeah.
that's always been something that I don't know.
No,
if
I mean,
necessarily
like,
agree
the-
with. But
if you
anyways,
do-
it's probably
if-
something.
If you do the telekinesis method where you lift the object, it requires actions to actually move it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I could see that being a limiting factor, but really, if that's the only disadvantage that using telekinesis would have over telekinetic flight, that's
It's a
still.
pretty significant difference. You can't really fight very well if. Anyways, it is also the telekinetic flight would also basically still be double speed. Because remember, you can already use an action to run for 20 meters per round.
Yeah.
80 meters in a round now.
If someone wants to ask that question on Reddit, be my guest. I'm going to, for now, unless I see otherwise from Kevin Crawford, rule that you still can't move yourself with telekinesis.
Yeah. Well, I think that'll be for Charlie or for Knox to argue.
Yeah.
I don't feel that strongly about it, but that's just my take on
And I only say somebody else because I've deleted my Reddit account,
it.
so I can't ask anymore.
Oh well. Well, I mean, you could just create a new one there.
I could.
But yeah. Anyways.
All right. Well, we've stalled a little bit to give Knox some
Yeah.
time to prepare for talking with Harry.
Well,
I have a text document.
Okay. How does Charlie approach Harry?
I imagine at this point we're not on the ship because the ship is currently all kinds of locked up.
There are still some staff on the ship, but no, Harry has. He left the Raza when you guys got here. No, well, not left. He came down to Lamiera with the rest of you, and he's been in minimal contact with the ship, but is mostly doing his own thing right now.
Then I guess Charlie would try and catch up to him at some location.
Okay.
If the I know he drinks, so some kind of bar would be a location.
Okay.
But any place that Harry would go, I guess. I don't exactly have his contact info. It was just not a thing I was privy to.
It wouldn't be hard to get. I mean, it's known to the ship, but it's also not hard to. Well, Charlie will have to find out where he is from someone, or find out some way of contacting him from someone, because the House LaRue, the city, is still very large, and will have numerous bars.
Yep.
So as long as Charlie is willing to, utilize the ship to either call Harry and find out where he's at, where he wants to meet, or just, see where he last checked in and kind of find him from there, then Charlie can catch up with Harry.
Oop, my bad. I accidentally clicked the thing.
That's fine.
Ignore the telekinetic manipulation roll.
Oh, no, you're manipulating Harry. Why would you do this?
He wanted to ascend and bring him to a higher plane of existence.
We took it very literally.
Is dumb. Sure. Then I guess Charlie would have gone through with that.
Okay.
Ideally, he would have done it without, I guess, it being on the ship logs or anything like that. Because I was trying to be discreet about this. And if that isn't a possibility, Charlie would have just gone out of his way to hire somebody to locate him.
Okay. I don't see that being a problem. Harry stands out. I mean, theoretically, Charlie could also just search around for him. I just think that would take a very long time.
Yep.
So it's not hard to pay some local urchins or other, local city guides to get a little bit of information on Harry. It's only a few credits. I'm not even gonna put a number to that. It's just not worth
Go ahead
it.
and subtract 100 of them.
That's way more than I was thinking, but
It doesn't. I'm never going to spend them on anything. It doesn't
That's
matter.
fine. It's understandable. And Charlie finds Harry at a Polynesian themed bar.
So I guess he would come up kind of behind Harry to just the bar and say room for one more, order a drink, and pick up conversation.
Okay. He's happy to see Charlie. Asks how he's doing in his exuberant rock-like manner.
Yeah. Things are fine. The bosses are out pursuing personal stuff, so I have a little bit of time off. But I'm not exactly here for me. I wanted to know how you were getting on to space life.
Well, it's I miss a lot of the comforts from home.
I don't exactly see you being able to return home after everything that happened.
I've been putting some thought into that.
Way I figure, people saw you kind of in the same area as one of their uh, ghosts being destroyed. I, I, I think if you go back, you'll either be fast-tracked to a more permanent possession, or find yourself falling to the planet proper.
I've thought about that. People, only a few people, knew that Kura was of the angelic choir, or possessed, or whatever she was. I feel bad for Ty, but I didn't see what happened to her. You guys?
Wait, what actually happened to Ty?
Ty is
No.
the one that got smashed.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. Ooh.
Ty might have been my fault. It's didn't exactly have much of a choice.
Yeah, I gathered that. Real quick, um, would Harry have been allowed to see some of um any footage that you guys had? Would you guys have had any footage of that?
Charlie wouldn't know if that existed.
Okay.
So
I honestly don't know if we had footage of it.
Does Shy wear a body cam?
I don't
Not
think you guys did.
really.
None of you are androids. None of you have cybernetic eyes.
So no, we didn't.
Would Jai have described in more detail to Harry with the events up there?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
probably.
All right, so then change that to he heard what happened to Ty because he was still unconscious at that point.
either way, I'm sure Harry, being part of their government, had access to whatever people got sent off world for whatever reason, because that would be in the ship logs. If he cared about it, which he probably didn't.
Oh, do you, what do you mean by sent off world?
It's not exactly important.
Okay.
But
Do you mean people
aside,
like Charlie who went off to a psychic academy, or
yeah,
okay? So yeah,
it is just on public record, or government record.
yeah, and you're right. He probably didn't pay too much attention to that.
Yeah.
He takes a deep drink from his cocktail. Well, that's my home.
Home is whatever you make of it.
See, I've never understood that. Home has always been the soil beneath my feet. It's where I call home. I have a house, I have a hill. I have a little pond inside my house.
That's your house. That's where you live, or it's where you lived. Home is the people you surround yourself with, the place where you make your living, the place that you, I guess, invest your time to.
Well, I haven't done any of that, so right now, Kahuna City is still my home.
Yeah. But it doesn't have to be your home, is what I'm saying. Just because it was your home doesn't mean that you have to go back there. You can make a new home.
You think I shouldn't go back there, don't you?
I think you shouldn't go back there because you'll just die.
And what if that's my path?
Do you still believe in the whole path thing? Is it not obvious that the whole thing is just a scam?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what that thing was.
Spent time on world figuring out what those things were. All they want is, from what I've heard, the eradication of. The eradication is not a word Charlie knows or would use. The destruction of literally everything.
But it doesn't make any sense. Why?
They work differently than us. They survive in an environment that we can't.
What if they already have their home? Why are they here trying to destroy our home?
Maybe it's not enough for them.
They are starting to sound more and more like men. Men off from Kos. The wider galaxy. Sector. I've already seen people here who just want more than they need.
That's how it is in a lot of places.
He turns to Charlie, finishes the rest of his drink, and asks seriously, would it be better to float around out here where everyone wants something that you have they don't need, or to return to Kahuna City and face the music, die knowing that I'm somewhere people accept what they have?
I guess a better question would be, can you go back there and face the music, knowing that you could just have a whole lot more life left to live.
There is some there is some good that has come with seeing people outside of Kos. This planet, for example, is gorgeous in ways that I've never seen on Kos. The sky scintillates at night like an oil painting. It actually does that during the day too, just not as obviously.
Yeah. Every world has its own thing.
What would you suggest, my little friend?
If you wanted to travel and see stuff, you could easily sign on with us or plenty of other off ships. It's not as glamorous as office work, but you can see the sights, spend time on different worlds, make little homes in all of them.
You think Zoe will ever stop hitting on me?
Man, I don't know.
He cracks a wry grin. Well, why don't we go ahead and get a just to see kind of where things sit. Charisma talk from Charlie.
Charisma connect suffice.
Um,
I mean, I'll do it. It's the difference of one.
yeah, this is more talk.
Ugh.
Okay. Okay. Um, Harry asks, how long is the Raza going to be here on Lamiera?
And we're gonna be here for just under another week. I don't know about after that. I'm gonna pass him along my contact info.
Okay.
I'll keep you posted.
And I'll let you know before you leave, as long as you don't leave in an emergency.
Give it a. Go ahead.
I'll spend some time giving this a little bit more thought. Is that what
Give
Charlie
it a
was gonna say?
50-50 on the emergency thing.
He chuckles. Certainly would make life as exciting. All
That's
right.
all I got for you. I turn in my drink. I didn't touch it at all.
Prop
Okay.
drink.
Yeah, pretty much.
Listen, it keeps the bartender happy, and it gives me a reason to sit there.
Uh-huh.
If it was on the ship, I was going to do the same thing with fucking cigarettes.
Okay. See, I think that takes care of Charlie talking to Harry. Was there anything else that you wanted to address with that?
It's good.
Okay. Um, Nemesis is on the Raza. Aquila has arrived, and you guys are just as soon as Aquila comes up on the cargo ladder, you guys are making your way over to Light Rider platform. And Reed brings Aquila over to you, or at least Gwen Reed sends a message over to Nemesis.
Now here's a question: is Aquila actually like a known? Like, how well known is Aquila
Um,
in the Delta Rain universe?
Aquila's actually
community.
fairly well known because of some life experiences. Aquila is biologically female. Her sex is female, but Aquila had a kind of not coming out event, but a personal event is also the wrong word. Just a personal event, not related to game events, where he decided that he felt more comfortable as a being gendered as a he, and actually at that point decided to take a last name or to register a last name on Lumiera and chose Manly.
I mean, that's fine.
So Aquila is reasonably known in Delta Rain for the small amount of controversy and drama that came up with that. There are still, even 1,000 years from now, there are still people who think that that's weird.
Yeah, Nemesis doesn't really care about that.
Yeah, but it was met with a lot more acceptance and support than today.
Anyway, well, I'm just talking about their work, though. You know, are they known for any of their work, or is that pretty much it? They
That
not known otherwise.
No, that actually put a spotlight on their work, and you know, it started off with people saying, "Oh, well, I guess that explains why such and such is so heavy-handed," and you know, we're trying to associate gender or gender identity with quality of work or type of work, and all of that was you know, severely beat down, and it ended up highlighting the adventurous spirit and quality of content that Manly produced. So without that event, and there are of course people that say this, without that event, Manly would have just continued writing and being relatively unknown amongst the hordes of writers for Delta Rain.
Okay. So just basically, So it sounds like not really not like especially renowned for anything other than. Okay.
Yeah. Until that coming out, and that did put a spotlight on the work. Their work is, by the most objective measures that are possible, perhaps a bit higher quality than others.
Okay.
And they do tend towards a more heavily adventurously dramatic streak. You know, the twists and turns in the adventure are more dramatic.
Okay. More dramatic writing.
Mm-hmm.
I could do. Okay, I can work with that.
Were you trying to get a word in there, Xander?
No, I just came back.
Okay.
It might have flickered when I put on my headset.
That might have been it. Yeah, I saw the unmute and thought I heard something, but I just kept talking. Okay. So, what kind of interaction do you think that there needs to be between Nemesis and Aquila, if anything at all?
I guess we can keep it mostly out, but I would say it's like, oh, I like this. Mention. I will have done my homework and mention, oh, I liked this act or this event that you wrote.
Okay.
And maybe try to crib off of that, like, oh, offer my suggestions for how this whole Raza thing could go.
Okay.
Also, they know. I guess they were told they're actually yeah,
Oh yeah.
arriving at the Raza rather than the Leith.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they are in the know. Okay.
Yes. And go ahead and roll notice with wisdom for me.
Boy. I didn't pull up my character sheet yet. Notice with wisdom. Gosh, I know where notice is. I really do. There it is. Hey,
Okay.
a number.
That's a fairly good roll. Aquila is actually very ill at ease on arrival. Is looking like he's trying to not show how scared he is.
Nemesis will probably just completely disregard that. And just, no, I guess I've noticed.
Yeah,
Oh,
the roll was entirely for you, not for me.
Yeah. I suppose I will, how do I put them at ease? Here, I'll show them my VR room that I've set up that's not really official.
What do you mean it's not official?
Oh yeah, no, I have one for the VR training now.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's all of the new crew you picked up at Holau have gone through your VR training.
Ooh. I'll see if they want to participate, like try out my VR training, and then show them the Delta Rain training subset. Put them at ease.
Yeah, he's very interested in that. Go ahead and roll me. Sorry, Nox. This one is connect.
Connect.
Connect
All right.
charisma. Or talk for this one.
I think I have my connect is +1, my other one's 0. But I still have a +0 in charisma, so.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. It is putting him more at ease.
Something familiar. VR.
Yes, and specifically Delta Rain VR.
Yes.
And why don't we take our break a little bit early here? Because I'm gonna ask Meowkin for a little bit of homework.
Oh no.
You brought this on yourself.
I did.
If you could just put you can write out a couple sentences. May not even need a couple sentences. Just real short. What kind of suggestions you have for Aquila writing content regarding the Raza?
I guess we're gonna. Yeah, I guess we'll be doing the whole. I don't know. I guess I need to figure out if we're doing the whole Megacorp fighting angle or not.
Well, that's actually not a bad point. Maybe we should bring the whole crew in with this. Not crew, but let it be a quick out of character discussion. What do you want Delta Rain content to look like?
Nemesis kind of wants to do the whole fighting Megacorp, so I don't know. I'm sure there's some sort of evil Megacorp in Delta Rain.
They've tried to distance themselves from the real Megacorps for legal reasons.
Oh yeah, it's probably cartoonishly evil, but
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, there's a guy. The CEO strokes his curly mustache.
Yeah.
But names are changed. What's that little disclaimer you get? A lot of things like not based on real people. Or anything. Any similarities are purely coincidental.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So yeah, take 5 minutes, and then we'll take a break at around normal time. Um, how do you guys want Aquila to portray the Raza? What do you want the Deltarune content to look like?
Because the previous one was like what you had mentioned, like the Raza was like it's like a raid boss or whatever, right? So
Yeah, I think
you
so.
know, this would be like the story arc where it's like, oh, they turned to the good side, right? I'm not sure how that would work, but
No, I don't think you can have us be pure good. There has to be some level of anti-heroism
Yeah,
there.
I was just about to say anti-hero. Anyways, I don't think Jai is going to convince the crusade against the Megacorps, right?
What's that?
I don't think Jai's been convinced on the crusade against the Megacorps. What is? Does Jai have? I don't know. Does Jai have any grand plans yet? I mean, we have a bunch of little locations. We don't really have grand plans on what our stance in the sector is.
Does. I mean, his grand plan is get to Adrima and investigate the shit out of it. That's his
that's
grand
not a
plan.
That's not a grand plan. Though.
That's
a specific goal.
I mean,
what is our overarching driving force here? Is it just science?
Science.
Are we a science vessel? Are we an overarmed science vessel?
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to get the science done when the other people don't, continually bring paperwork for you to do.
I thought the grand plan was for Jai to get his medical license.
That's already failed. Oh. Well, I mean, I suppose if no one stops Nemesis, she's definitely going to push it towards the propaganda, like the fight against the Megacorps angle. And I don't know, maybe eventually public perception will drive Jai into that same goal.
Keep in mind that the propaganda that was just released, along with April's announcement of it, wasn't specifically geared against the Megacorps. It was a lot more rhetoric. It was actually a lot more positive rhetoric about improving society as a whole, with I wouldn't even say vague, but with undertones of the Megacorps have created this kind of situation that needs to be fixed.
Okay. I just had an idea though about the whole thing, the whole lead I have with Mercury Corp. I'm definitely going to try to sneak that in there as part of the event.
Okay.
It's like, oh no, definitely not based on reality. It is. I'll just try to pass it off as something, some idea that I've had. It's like, oh, this would be an interesting storyline. Can you go with that?
Dear.
Okay.
What's another pun similar to the archives?
That's clearly the best pun. I don't think you'll find anything else.
Oh, hold on. Internet, help me here. B puns.
All right. So some relevant quotes that I'd written down from when Jai was recording that bit was help establish a better world, seek out the remnants of old civilizations, boldly go where man has been and forgotten about.
Sure, that sounds right.
Restore us to a certain golden age. Interest in triumphs of engineering, both humans and human society. Stories of Adrama. He had that explicitly in the video. Exploring frontiers of human development, human knowledge. Building a better society, better humanity based on that knowledge. And the longest thing I wrote here is the start of rebuilding golden ages lies in the building of safe societies free of the tyranny of those too blind to see the potential in the people they terrorize. That was the Megacorp jab.
Could also be a jab at Lamiera. And other thing. Yeah, there's a lot of people out here who are garbage.
the quality of life on Lumiere is generally pretty good. And I'm not sure if Jai's seen that with what limited stay he's having here. But it would be a stretch to most people, I think, to see the people of Lumiere as being terrorized.
That's fair.
Jai's experiences notwithstanding.
Suppressed, then. Oh well.
So that's what you've got to work with from the propaganda. Obviously, Aquila doesn't have to stay with that. You can write the content that goes into Delta Rain in whatever direction you think is best fitting. But with Delta Rain being the number one MMO across the sector, the content that Aquila writes regarding the Raza is almost certain to influence public perception. That's why one of the reasons that Lisa was on board with, bringing a video game on board. All right. So you think that's where you're going with it, Meowkin?
That's where I'm going with it, unless anyone stops me.
Okay. So do you think that you could just put that into a real quick blurb for me to pin in discussion?
Sure.
All right. And while we're doing that, we'll go ahead and take a 15-minute break. We'll be back. Well, we've gone past our break time, mostly because this was an interesting discussion. But I'm going to go ahead and bring us back in. And if anybody listening to this VOD later on is wondering what was an interesting conversation, well, you missed it.
Too bad.
Yep.
Sucks to be you. Haha.
Should have watched
Been
the
your
stream.
director's cut.
Learn to show up onto the streams. Dummy.
Let's see. Getting back to where we were. Nemesis has just put Quill at ease a little bit. And for the stream, Aquila now goes by Quill. Aquila began going by Quill when he announced his gender identity.
That's okay. We'll never see Quill again.
Oh, I doubt that.
That would-
Unless you kill him.
Well, don't just throw my plans out there like that.
You have to let Quill write at least some of the things that you want into Delta Rain before throwing him out the airlock.
But what about the story arc where Nemesis is a serial killer this whole time?
Well, you have to build into that. You drop hints, subtle hints at first, and then you keep upping the pressure until suddenly Quill just disappears.
Oh yeah. Well, I've ruined it now.
Yeah, and by pressure I meant suspense, and that is definitely ruined now. I don't have anything else that is on my list of content to cover for the next 6 days. So, do you guys have anything that you want to specifically be doing on March? You've got 5 days left before your ship is finished.
Like I said, I do have a job for
Yes, you
not
did say.
for Charlie and Nemesis.
Okay. Is Jai let's see. Charlie is on the planet. Nemesis is on the ship. Is Jai going to meet with them over any communications, or does he want to be more secure and meet in person?
The latter. He's going to talk it over with Nemesis first, and then have her
Okay.
go meet with Charlie and ring him in. I think
Okay.
that's the plan.
So go to it. Giant Nemesis. We'll say this is on. Are you wanting to do this immediately on the 15th, or?
It can be the day after.
Okay. So we're on the 16th now.
What does that mean?
Uh,
Oh, that reminds me.
it's just for my internal tracking. It doesn't actually change anything. There's no news that comes in until the 21st. So.
Changes my drone work.
And the only other date that I have was that Zoe completed her project on the 15th, but she won't be able to, do anything with that until she gets back to the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I have no other dates. I'm just keeping track for regular tracking purposes.
I feel like he's protesting how much he's not tracking this a little too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think I agree.
I
Yeah,
apologize if I'm
Feels like
yeah, no, I apologize if I'm giving any impression of suspense to this. It's just weird for me to not have to be tracking day by day or trying to, but not have anything that needs to be tracked day by day for 5 whole days. And without you guys injecting content, I would just gloss over and say everybody had a good time and got a suntan and whatever.
Mm-hmm. All right, Nemesis.
Yep, just trying to figure out how many the days are important to me because I'm working on so many dang drones.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. I think that's 1 out of 7 in the next drone. Anyways, what do we
Hold
need
up.
from me again?
Hold off on the drones
What-
for now. I have another job for you.
There's no holding off on the drones, but they'll be done in the background.
Well, either way, I have some data I need you to you and Charlie to retrieve.
Oh.
Oh, indeed.
What's the job?
I previously operated on this planet in a. I operated a clinic on this planet, doing genetic therapy as well as some. Some of more experimental kinds. I'd like you to retrieve the data. When I got shut down, all my data was carted off by the peers. I'm not sure if they are hiding. I'm almost certain they have it hidden somewhere. Well, or at least they have it. They have it somewhere. There's no. Well, it's unlikely they've destroyed it. I want you to go and retrieve it. Collect all my data and bring it back to me. I want to know exactly what I was doing and what I managed to gain from it.
Makes sense. Do you know where the building, where the data center is that this would be on?
I know where the office of the the person leading the confiscation of my data is. I spoke with her. I can give you that address. Beyond that, everything I'll leave it to you to track things down.
Oh boy. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Lol.
God. Well, if you find any other data there too, go ahead and steal it, but it's my data I'm interested in.
Now, I suspect all the other data is not particularly interesting. I'm
never
really
know.
curious about your data, though.
Right. Go ahead and meet with Charlie down on the planet. I'm sure he'll like a bit of
Sure.
work.
I assume I have an address, and that's about it.
Yep.
A physical address, even.
Yeah, a physical address, the name of the person guiding the project, and then whatever other details you want to ask for.
Okay. Well, I mean, it sounds like it's probably not high security anyway, so it should be pretty easy, you know.
Well, never know.
Right. Yeah, wow. Oh yeah, I guess it is Lamiera. Well, I suppose I'll talk it over with Charlie, and we'll figure out what our cut is. Don't worry about that though. We'll discuss that later.
Mm-hmm. You realize you agreed to just shares in the Raza, which you've made quite a lot on in the past several months.
No, you're not wrong. But I'm curious how this benefits us. But anyways, whatever. I'll do it.
It's what you signed on to do.
No, you're not wrong. I'm doing it. Jeez. I'm just trying to add an air of mystery to it.
Okay, fine. Yes, we will discuss your compensation when the mission is completed to my satisfaction.
Yeah,
does that make you feel better?
Yeah, there we go.
All right, great. I'm glad. Go ahead and take the Marauder down. There's the
Oh yeah, I'm basically a skilled pilot now.
Are you?
No.
All right.
Oh, is that out of character or in character? Because in character, yes.
Okay. One of our crew will fly you down.
That's probably better. Yeah, no, I'm not actually gonna fight to fly it myself. Try, we got crew. We got crew and stuff. Surely someone at least has pilot 0, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the crew, the basic crew, all do.
Yep.
All right. Good luck, Nemesis.
Don't fuck it up.
Okay, I'll be sure to make a plan.
I'll leave you to it.
The question is, does Charlie have any input, or is this going to be pretty much all Nemesis making the plan? Which I'm fine with.
Charlie needs to be present.
Yep, Charlie's typing.
Oh. And while Nox is typing,
Charlie wasn't there for your conversation.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Nox.
No, that was it. Charlie wasn't there for the conversation.
Right.
Okay.
I told
right.
you to go meet. Yeah, you need to go meet with him.
Yeah, it was. So Charlie was down on the planet, right? Because. Okay. So I'll have to go down to the planet and discuss it. By the way, was that enough information for the Delta Rain thing?
Yes, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay, good. So the plan. I will approach Charlie and say, we have a job.
Before you do that, I want a couple of details. Are you taking any particular crew down? And do you want to involve the crew that fly you down in any of your illicit activity?
It seems to me like more of a small job, but I really need to assess the security situation. What are the laws on drone flights around here?
That is a good question. No drones are supposed to be flown in the city.
Okay. But I do have my stealth observation drone now to assess the facility. Yeah, so I guess we'll do a two-step plan. First one will be just, casing the joint, and then second one will be actual how we break in, but I might probably the case the joint before I figure out how we actually break in. And that could be as abstract as you want. Casing the joint's mostly going to be me using an observation drone, and I guess if Charlie has anything they want to do in person.
Well, getting ahead of yourself a little bit.
Possibly.
Crew.
I can't really think of a use of crew other than as a pilot, the getaway driver essentially. But I'd also really don't. I can't see things going well if it actually turns into like a firefight kind of situation, right?
Question.
Not in Lamiera.
The place that we're trying to break into is just like a medical thing, right?
More or less. It's not actually a medical thing. It's basically science and research labs.
Dang.
Not,
There goes
not-
the easy in.
but not a military. Wait, what was the easy in?
The easy in was having somebody say, "Ah, man, I am sick," and then just
Oh,
go in as a patient.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
yeah,
this
that's
is
true.
That's just an immediate in. It's also just a place that you could plant a drone. That would be the easiest in the world.
no. This location is associated with medical and science only in that they review studies and reports that have been written, compare the data. They're a fact-checking company or not company, a fact-checking agency for scientific discoveries.
So like the basically a peer review.
Yeah, it's a fully formed agency for peer review. Yeah.
Where they attempt to recreate results and stuff like that, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Make sure that there are no calculation errors. Yeah. Lamiera does not want their various scientific journals polluted with bad articles.
Like Jai's. So we're gonna find out it's all junk science from Jai.
Fucking rude.
That's why it's not available publicly, because it doesn't get published, because it's all junk.
Mm.
If it was good science, it would already be out there publicly, right?
Oh god.
Well, if you don't have any crew member in mind, and I realize that it's maybe a little bit difficult for you too, can you see the list of NPCs under ship crew?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, you can. So yeah,
It's it's just the ones that we know. I mean, it's like what, 5 people? Yeah, no, hold on. This is old.
Oh, you're
That's
looking at a handout
an
now.
old yeah, that's an old ship crew.
Okay, my bad. I should remove that. Click on the ship crew category, and that'll.
Oh, that one. Yeah. I have that pulled. I was looking for a handout for some reason, even though yes, you do have police.
If you don't care, if you don't think that they'll be involved, then I'll just pick one at random. And by random, I mean I'll pick Armstrong.
I just really, I mean, only until I really know what we're getting into. Only thing I can think of is essentially a getaway, the getaway driver, the person that's ready to pick us up.
So somebody cool under pressure.
Yeah, I guess probably one of the security people. Like I said,
Armstrong.
I don't expect to need to be involved in a firefight, because if that happens, things are way wrong.
Yeah, you don't want a security person for flying you out. They don't have pilot skills.
Yeah. So what are the C's, the C0s? We don't have like a dedicated pilot, right?
Yeah, no, you don't.
What was the G?
Guards.
Those are guards.
Guards, okay. Oh, and that's the science. I'm guessing. And then T is tech.
Mhm.
Okay. And then R is what, recreational? What is R for?
I
know it's Shiyun, so it's
Oh, resident.
resident. There we go. That makes sense.
Right, and I made the key unvisible because I found that excuse me, that it was inaccurate, and I didn't feel like trying to figure out how to rewrite it yet.
No, it's fine as is. I figured out most of my guesswork.
Cool.
Except for
So-
2 of the 5.
So I've gone and put Eva Maria Notario over there on the Marauder. She'll be your pilot.
Okay, dope. Works for me.
You are cleared to land the Marauder in a special secured location. The fact that the Marauder has weapons means that it does have to be locked down. And
Well, that's gonna be awkward in a getaway scenario, but that's fine. I don't think that's a good scenario to be in either. Carry on.
Yeah, the fact that you've got weapons on everything does limit things a little bit. You know, basically, Lamiera wants to make sure that after they've allowed you to land here, you can't just have somebody on board who lifts up into the sky and starts shooting things. They know that their anti-ship ground-placed defenses will make short work of it, but they also know that, something armed with cannons, lasers, even heavy weapons can do a lot of damage before it gets blown up.
Yep.
So
yeah, because you can only react so fast, even with the fanciest of technologies.
Right.
And big as those things are, I'm sure they take a while to move.
They've probably got missile pods to react more quickly.
You don't need fucking...
Yeah, those things, the projectiles are probably as big as the Marauder.
What do you think it shoots? It shoots little shuttles at things.
it shoots spider craft.
Christ,
Yeah.
as big as it was, it probably launches things that are bigger than that.
I
was
believe
thinking-
I believe
What?
I've mentioned the unit cannons from Planetary Annihilation before,
You
right?
have, yeah.
Okay.
And I think those guns are for surface to orbit firing. I think that's how
Yeah.
I've justified them, is that few, anti-ship defenses can't normally attack things in orbit. Well, they can in Lemiera.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was definitely a discussion. And sometimes you maybe need to shoot another planet in the system, and there you go.
Right.
I mean, because if you can shoot at orbit, you can shoot it at another planet.
Right. I mean,
Right.
what else do you do when you've got a moon hurtling at you? You shoot it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
yeah,
There's no
I
other
think
solution.
we've talked me into making those ridiculously huge planetary cannons canon for Lamiera.
Yeah. No, they're definitely there now.
Yep, they sure are. And they are idyllic, perfectly circular lakes when not in use.
Mm-hmm.
They're also off limits for obvious reasons.
I just think it's funny whenever they have to test fire one of the guns, they have to kill all the fish in the lake.
They evacuate them first.
With as many protections as there are on pollution in Lamiera, they probably make certain that no wildlife gets in there. And I said perfectly circular, but you know what? This is Lamiera. They have sculpted the shoreline to make it look like a natural lake.
Now, what I think happens is there's some sort of technology that causes all the fish that triggers before it fires, that causes all the fish to retreat to a safe location.
They put fish
Like an
food
air
at
raid
the bottom
siren.
of the thing, and then
Yeah, it's like an air raid siren, but for fish.
An all-natural, perfectly circular lake.
no, that's why they sculpt the shoreline so that it doesn't look like a perfect circle.
I mean, yeah, you have the money to build those guns. You have the money to make it look natural.
Yeah. And they are very, very off limits. Protected by drones. All right. So Nemesis and Eva Maria are going down in the Marauder to meet with Charlie. Natario is telling Nemesis what restrictions are going to be placed on this weaponized shuttle. Like if it just had a multifocal laser, you'd be able to land normally because those are common, but the Marauder is a combat machine and is recognized as such.
You can deal widespread destruction as opposed to the multifocal lasers. Very
Yeah.
precise destruction.
Yeah, you've got widespread and rapid destruction with those things. You're not limited by how quickly the multifocal can target and fire.
It's designed for destroying things on the ground.
Yep. Yeah. It's designed for destroying things on the ground that are supposed to protect things from things being destroyed.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
So the main thrust of it is that the Marauder will be locked down by clamps. You can certainly try and rip the Marauder off of them if you need to make a getaway. And without even knowing what you guys are going down for, Natario is calmly explaining this to Nemesis as if it might be a possibility.
Wow. Yeah, I suppose I probably only told Natalia like I may need a getaway driver. Unless Natalia is just volunteering that without just like that's just how it's like, hey, this speaking hypothetically for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, if you don't want Nemesis to have told her that they might need a getaway driver, she's still doing this. She has made some assumptions.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I suppose she maybe realized. I guess all our crew knows they're on the Rosner, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Then that makes sense. Because that would be really weird if they thought they were on like some sort of legitimate vessel doing normal business.
No, I feel like that was part of the vetting process, is making certain that those who would freak out at being on the Raza were not hired, and that those who got hired were informed so that they weren't surprised later on.
Gotcha.
I did make some assumptions there. If you guys think that that's not how you would have operated, then we'll have some more discussion later.
It would be great if somebody slipped through the cracks one of these days.
Oh, someone did. And I know exactly who it is. I'm just holding on to that event.
Was it Switch? Is Switch gonna freak out when they realize that? Can you imagine after all this time?
Yeah, Switch is just like, I didn't know what the ship was. I just called it home.
And now I don't know what to think.
Why
do I feel?
So it's basically going to end up being if the Marauder has to take off, a pilot check against difficulty 8, and
okay, well, it'll be part of the plan.
Okay.
I am making notes based on what Natario is telling me.
Right.
And I'll nod and say, well, plan for it.
The Marauder is going to take damage whether that check is succeeded or not.
That's fine. If that scenario, I'm perfectly willing to risk the Marauder.
All right. She also says that if anybody is running into this secured port, they may face guard resistance, so try to walk calmly. And
always walk calm.
That's about it.
All
You
right.
land and you can meet up with Charlie either by having him come to the Marauder, where it's all secure, or by meeting with him somewhere else. You will need to take Natario with you if you meet somewhere else, because she still has to be present for the planning part.
Okay. Well, yeah, might as well. If they already know we're on the Raza, I'll cut them in on it, on the details.
Yeah.
So, come along, Natario. Cool last name.
Did I not make a sheet for the Marauder? I thought I did. I don't see it.
Thought?
Huh. I'm sorry, guys.
You know, we never really used it, have we? Unless it was under someone's character sheet.
No, I don't think it is. Okay, well, my bad. I know I've got the stats for it in the Discord as well as my notes, so it's not a great loss, it's just a little bit less convenient.
We not shot it at least once? I thought we had. But yeah, you're right. I don't see anything either.
I think we used someone's specific character shoot stuff plus a modifier.
Probably.
Sounds about right. Okay, well, I'll correct that later. For now, you're meeting Charlie somewhere else. Did you say at the hotel room?
That'd be fine. I didn't actually say where,
Oh, okay.
but that's as good a place as any.
Okay.
We'll do the whole. We don't have a bug sweeper, and we can't put them together like Zoe, but whatever. It's not. We're only doing a minor crime, anyways. And it's not against. Wait, is this against the government?
Yes.
Oh no. Well, I will search for bugs. Or, Charlie, would you mind searching for bugs in this room? You're probably better at the security stuff than me.
There are electronics here that we don't want to destroy, correct?
Yeah, probably not destroying them. That kind of gives us away.
Are you talking about for Charlie's thing?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
If that appears in any way to be a no-go, then he's going to drop it and go for anything else.
I think
Wow.
you could use that as an emergency measure. So here's what I would say is you've got fine enough control with that power that you're not going to be like leaving scorched lines along the walls or anything. But it would end up shutting off other electronics that you don't want affected, and it would bring some attention. Somebody would have to come and repair it. Someone would probably investigate it. Nobody would figure out what had happened. It would remain a mystery. And you guys would be certain that there are no functioning bugs within your area for the time period it takes you to go over this plan. So it is an option, but it is an option that carries some time limits, time constraints, and consequences.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna just go for the manual searching around for things.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a wisdom sneak. Weird. Apparently the Marauder doesn't have hit points. So any damage will just disable it.
Oh, that's a shame.
That's unfortunate. Oh, I know why I can't find it in my GM journal. It's not there. It's in a different document.
God, that was amphibious. We need to take advantage of that more.
You want to fly down and look at one of those weapons?
Oh yeah, no, they'll be totally fine with this flying the Marauder and flying around the weapon. Oh yeah, for sure.
Charlie's able to sweep the room for any kind of listening devices, and is confident. I'll say that he can even use a little bit of his telekinetic sensory perception to reinforce that confidence that there's nothing that you really need to worry about, except that the walls are not particularly soundproof. You'll just need to keep your voices down.
we should be good. Just keep it down. Thin walls.
Excellent. All right, group huddle. All right, Nataria, we're heisting Jai's data. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's important, but that's what we're doing.
She nods. Okay.
Off. I suppose I just post my first draft of the plan. It obviously needs to be refined. Charlie, I'm gonna need input from you for casing a joint. I guess the question is what. I mean, I guess you could see my thoughts. Maybe gaining physical access. Be that I guess. What sorts of people are allowed in the building? Right. We need to figure that out. We've determined it's not just sick people. Though, we could go with that gimmick anyways. Oh, this isn't a doctor's office?
Too sure that would fly. If we know that it isn't actually a doctor's office.
Yeah, no, bad idea, I know.
Do we even know what the place looks like? Did Jai ever tell us what the place looks like?
We have the address.
You have the address, yeah.
So, yeah, we need to do some very basic casing the joint to figure out what we're dealing with here. At least.
I feel like it would be easier if someone that wasn't going to be directly infiltrating the place did the basic casing.
Yeah, well, I think I feel like for us to make a plan, we really need to do a basic casing of the joint first, which is my stage one, basically me, sorry, can't distract me, using my stealth observation drone to look out around the outside of the building, see what entry points there are. If, like I said, if you can figure out what sorts of people like actually enter and leave the building, I suppose.
Won't they shoot down the drone if they see it?
That's why it's a stealth drone.
No.
I thought about that.
I can go and look if you need.
Oh, is that Nataria?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sure, but do you have an observation suite?
Well, I've got eyes.
Are they
One eyeball.
panspectral optics?
No. What do you need to know about the place?
Any particularly vulnerable wiring into the place? Any, I don't know, perhaps automated defenses?
Literally
think
walking in and seeing the entry area is also just straight up useful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we need someone to do that too. So
It becomes a little bit easier if we don't waste our faces going in there the first time.
yeah. Well, I don't. How are your acting skills, Nataria?
I'm not an actor.
Okay, that's what I thought. We didn't really hire very many actors.
Be a bad choice if you did.
I don't know. We're doing quite a bit of filming on the ship.
Oh, yes, I've noticed. The look of annoyance. I try to avoid Zoe for exactly that reason.
She's harmless.
She is. Cameras around her are annoying.
Oh. Yeah, I guess that's true. Well, any other ideas? I really think we just need to do a basic sweep of the place.
We can't do anything until we've seen the place.
Yeah. Because yeah, we're definitely blind here. I mean, I guess we could all just take a walk by real quick. That'd be the lowest risk, right? It's not like in a secured region. It's just like a building out in the open,
Yeah.
or like on a city street kind of deal.
Yeah.
Let's all go for a walk then. We'll just do it all together, and try not to look suspicious as we look at the building. And then if I see something interesting I want to check out closer, I do have my stealth turn with me. And this not suspicious briefcase.
Pull up my notes.
Okay. Are you guys waiting for the next day then?
I think we were just gonna go walk
Is there
by
any
the place.
reason? Yeah, I mean, just an evening stroll. Maybe go out to get dinner. Very casual.
Yeah,
Play it
that works
cool.
too. It's
little bit
after
of cool.
business hours, so you wouldn't be able to go in. I mean, unless you break in, of course.
Well,
But-
maybe if the opportunity strikes, but so it is a building, just like a public building still.
Yes, it is.
Okay, well that's more information than we had.
That's
I actually said it was government, so that makes sense.
basically looking at the map and satellite view and all that. It's just it's a large building, but it's a large single-story wide building, situated on a fairly busy street. Not off an alley. It's not off of a main street. It's just off of any normal street. And the street is divided by plants, trees, um, basically beautifying the place. There are other similar facilities or similar buildings nearby, as well as a cafe. No residences. Looks like this is basically all the low squat offices type not residential business area. Looking at the map a little bit more, most of the offices on this street appear to be government related. Not sure if I said that correctly. Government related.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it felt like it came out as a. It felt like related came out as a single syllable. Related. Yeah.
I don't know how you get that in a single syllable, even that. It's like, even if you leave out most of the letters.
Yeah. You guys are strolling by at night right now?
Yeah.
Okay. You see a little bit more detail. Strolling by, you see that it has a open glass face for the main entrance into the lobby, or the wall is glass going into the lobby. The doors, Charlie immediately recognizes, are locked and secured, and you see a security guard sitting inside the lobby. Charlie also notices a camera inside the lobby pointing towards the doors from the inside. Are there any other details that you think will help you?
That's all for the inside lobby. Can we see I guess external cameras or hallway cameras?
You can't see any hallway cameras, but then you don't really have a great angle to see more than a meter, if that, in down any hallway from outside the building, and without pressing your face up against the glass at the very edge.
Okay, that's I had imagined the wrong type of thing. I was imagining like an office inside of a larger building.
Oh,
But no, the building is the office. All right, got it.
yes. In fact, I can probably help out a little bit with a quick. Why are you still here? Oh, because that's in the background, right? Okay. I
An
can
instant map.
fix that. Let me just send that to the GM layer. Oh, map. Yeah, layer. GM layer, and now I can just draw you a real quick thing. So you've got straight. I'm still on the GM layer. Dang it. Hang on. Technical difficulties here. Alright, layer, token layer, layer, token layer. Object, that's what I want. And then a short squat building with. This is not perfectly to scale. The lobby is not that much of a percentage of the building, but all of this is glass wall with doors about in the center. You see behind the lobby that it basically goes off to other offices back this way. And from what description Jai could give, the office that you're looking for is over here.
Are there windows around?
The only windows appear to be into the actual lobby.
Okay. There's no easy back way in this time around.
We haven't looked behind it, have we?
You haven't really looked to the sides of it yet either.
Okay.
But
I
obviously
suppose it's not a restaurant, but
that's
most buildings tend to have more than one exit and entrance.
yeah. It's quick and easy. In fact, you may have already passed it as you were walking this direction. There is an emergency exit over here.
Okay.
Cameras on the outside. You don't see anything specific to this building, but Charlie may recall that Lisa had acquired some fairly extensive, well, it's called an OOPS track, Office of Oversight and Public Safety. Lamiera is all basically under CCTV.
Okay. So, no matter what, we're just not going to want to be seen.
So I can hack into that whole system, which is probably no, not gonna happen.
Better luck breaking into the fucking credit cube.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know if that'll be better luck, but maybe comparable.
Um, as the GM, I actually had anticipated that you guys might just hack into OOPS instead of paying 12,000 credits for it, so it's not unachievable.
Okay.
It does have the modifiers for higher government security, as well as major government office, so that ends up raising the difficulty of everything you do by 3.
Yeah, and I also remember earlier I've still got that -1.
So
Still
does
got
Charlie.
that hangover. Jai, can we wait a few weeks?
You don't even need to wait a few weeks. I don't know how you've been tracking it, but
Very roughly.
yeah, no, I put you down on the tracker just so that I could have an idea for you, and where was that? On the 1st is when you did that. You guys are good by the 22nd of this month.
So another what week?
1 week, yeah.
Maybe we should message Jai. It's like, this is all great and good, but this is government, and I still got the cybernetic hangover.
How long?
I'll message Jai that.
I mean,
we
how
could
long?
just- Mhm.
How long until Zoe's done with her thing at this point?
The 21st.
Which is the day before.
I mean, we can keep an eye on the place, and I mean, the more information we have, the better.
All right,
Yeah,
Jai's going to send a message back and say, "You have until the end of the 22nd to get it done."
So the day that our hangover ends, we have to get it done. Is what you're saying?
Lulu, are you specifically excluding me from the heist?
No, that'll let you join the heist after we've collected the information.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm figuring it.
I thought you were trying to specifically make it so. The one
No.
person in here who's like heist, heist.
No, literally minimizing the amount of time that we can spend plotting this out.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, I'm not minimizing the amount of time you can spend plotting this out. I'm saying we've got 1 day to sell the goods that or the statue, because that's when she'll get that completed, and then we're off. I think, because we've
Okay.
got nothing else to do here.
Oh, so you're saying Zoe will be excluded because Zoe has to finish the deal. The work.
No,
Alright.
no, she's only doing one thing, so she can do other things. She can
Okay.
sell a statue and heist at the same day.
Okay. Oh, is this like one of the? Oh man, this is like one of those tropes where you gotta be at two places at the same time. And just keep running back and forth.
No,
Runs
she'll,
off in the middle of the
Dude.
heist.
no, she'll
dates.
be in the middle of the heist, and she'll get a call, and she's like, "Guys, I gotta take this."
All right, we'll give it. Fine, we'll give it till the end of the 23rd.
Oh, but that'll be a fun trope.
Yeah.
We're all sneaking through the building, and then Zoe's phone rings. Guys, I really gotta take this. Yeah, this is Zoe.
No. We get stopped by the guards, and I'm like, oh, guards, just hold on a second.
Can't you see I'm busy here?
Look, I'm trying to make a sale. God damn.
Oh dear.
No, it actually makes the sale go easier because it's like, look, I'm on a strict timeline. I'm here talking with the guards right now. So if you want to make this deal happen, you gotta tell me right now.
Oh gosh. Oh yeah, so if you're doing a heist and you have your ringtone on, you gotta set your ringtone to something like do 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 do.
God.
Dum, dum, dum. Oh, sorry, that's me.
May I present a suggestion?
You may.
Okay, one moment.
Unless
Oh, I didn't realize we had to ask for permission to that now.
Here you go. There's my suggestion.
I'm assuming for ringtones.
Nice.
I've actually seen that one.
I'll have to wait before I play that, because
Oh yeah.
Yes, the Pirates of Penzance people are really gonna come after you.
Oh, is that what it is? Nice. All right, so you guys have gotten an idea of the outside of the building. You've also gotten an idea of a very rough idea and assumption of what kind of security will be involved. Nemesis, because it's a government building at all, Nemesis can assume that it will have a +1 modifier for minor government office. Get my stuff back.
Yep.
There we go. Minor gov,
yeah.
yeah.
That's why I'd rather not have a -1 because I know I'm going to be facing some bonuses.
I just wanna revisit something that you said a little while ago.
What's that?
You said something about instead of dealing with the -3, there'd be something about 12k credits.
Oh, no, that was Lisa had been asked to get some information on Taryn Hickstrom and Joey Hank, and she had a contact within Oops that she could bribe to get the information, or if you guys didn't want to pay the 12,000, you could essentially you could go in and hack that yourself. But the modifiers for that would be that it's an especially sensitive system, which is +1, and it's a major government office or agency, which is another +2. That's where the 3 came from.
Okay.
So that would have been if you guys wanted to hack basically the citywide surveillance system.
Yeah, which we are probably not going to do, but it could be part of the plan. We'll see. I guess because this is essentially outside cameras, right? Is what this is. Is that
Yeah.
system?
And knowing that you're on camera outside lets you avoid most of the issues. Also, knowing that it's a citywide system lets you guys know that you'll need to take some steps to basically erase the trail from your ship to the office.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise, they can't see your face, but okay, so they left here or they came from here, and we'll just trace them all the way back. Oh, well, they're on that ship. Okay, we know who they are.
Yep. Gosh darn, crazy.
That sounds like a
surveillance.
wardrobe change.
Well, yes and no. Because they disappeared into this alleyway, and then these new people appeared out of the alleyway. I think we can put 2 and 2 together and say it's the same people.
No, you can pay someone else to walk out with your old clothes.
I'm willing to abstract
Actually.
how you defeat that measure with basically just a sneak check.
That's also true too. It shows that there are other ways to defeat that. I just, of course, have never given that much thought to it because I've never dealt with a citywide surveillance system.
Right, and I don't personally know all about heists or sneaking around, so I can't think of all the different ways. I'm willing to let that fall to a roll.
And it's reasonable to think that our characters may be better at it than us.
Oh yes, especially Charlie. Mm-hmm. So is that what you're going to do, or let me start over?
I think we'll wait. Yeah, I think we'll do the waiting, and I guess just do the whole, try to get numbers of people that walk in, see if there's anyone in particular that catch their interest.
So you
essentially long-term surveillance.
Kind of post a stakeout. Cycle through each other hanging out at that cafe.
Good. Yeah.
Unless anybody else has a different suggestion.
Every now and then we'll just hang out, have 2 people maybe, just kind of make it look like it's normal, like we're just hanging out in the area.
Cafe, the bar.
If we can. You said there was a cafe nearby that
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, that's perfect for a heist stakeout then.
There's a cafe nearby that looks like it basically serves lunch to the people here. It stays open a few hours after office hours.
Yep,
for those late workers.
There's enough stuff around here that they may not suspect that that's this place that we're looking at.
Do you want? Go ahead.
Oh, I guess what we do. Pose as contractors working in the area. That would be. I'm probably overthinking it, but I was like, who are these strangers eating at this cafe that almost exclusively serves local workers?
Actually, on your first day there, you can debunk that. There are people that just walk through the area and stop for a bite.
Okay.
Now, if you all 3 are sitting there for the next 5 days, then that might raise some suspicion. But I'll assume that you guys rotate or, skip days, do things to avoid that.
Yep. All right.
Do you want to try and engage any of the people that come to the cafe, or are you just sorry, not engage, but are you trying to get information from any of them?
I'm not the best talker, so Nemesis probably won't, but Charlie can do as he sees fit.
Charlie will not.
Okay.
It doesn't look good.
Passive observation.
Okay. And Notario is also not going to. So what you get from passive observation is that there's a second security guard who makes a sweep of the outside perimeter at seemingly random intervals. You can't see how late into the night he does this unless you stay at the cafe after it closes, which I imagine you're not.
No, I guess that would be a little weird.
It would be a little bit weird. Or unless you try to set up your observation drone somewhere where it won't be found. I'm not hearing anything on that.
Potted trees or something.
So that's about the extent of knowledge you get. Some less useful knowledge is that you don't see many people that come out after regular business hours are over. Business hours end, and it's just the rest of the people that were still in the office for that time trickle out within the next half hour.
Does anybody ever go back in?
Not that you guys have observed.
Also, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bribable do the security guards look?
How bribable does he look?
Yeah.
Roll me a let's see, this would be an insight / cosmic roll.
Notice?
Judging a book by its cover.
Huh?
Yes,
Nag?
it would be
Maybe that will be the one person I approach if he ever eats at the cafe. If I ever see him there.
Which stat is cosmic?
That was the GM being snarky. I'd let you try and make an assessment of that with sneak, connect, or notice.
Administer?
Not administer.
Oh, come on. I could bureaucratically figure out how much he's paid and then how much would be a reasonable bribe.
You can use that to aid the check.
Sure. Can I aid my own check then?
You can't aid your own check.
Okay. That's fine. Whatever. I'll just do connect. What's that? Wisdom, I'm guessing, or intelligence.
Wisdom. Yeah. Is Nemesis the one making the primary check, or is
Charlie
Nemesis...
can perform a connect wisdom check.
Okay. Well, in that case,
that.
I will administer aid. It's like, hey, I wonder how much he's paid. And I'll oh, hold on, my -1 modifier. I gotta remember that.
Charlie does have connect. That is just a thing.
And we both got a -1 modifier. It's probably not going to cut it.
The 8 succeeds, giving Charlie a +1, which he needs to succeed.
But it doesn't. But he has a -1.
Did not.
Yeah,
Okay. The 7 does not succeed.
That'll happen. It's a 6.
Oh, you got a +1 from Nemesis.
Yeah.
Oh.
The +1 would have succeeded, except that you have a -1.
Yeah.
But do we get a +1 for the plan to check out the area?
That's entire. I mean, I guess technically that's what that really administer was.
Yeah,
I mean,
it would serve the same thing. You can't get 2 +1s. This is part of your plan. At least I think it is all part of your plan. You're observing
the stage
in
1 plan.
preparation for the heist. It would, if you want to use your reroll.
Would this be for the entire heist or just the stage 1?
It would be for the entire heist.
Okay, cause in that case, we definitely don't want to use it for that.
Okay.
I would say that needs to be saved for a much more high stakes thing. This is 0. I assume this is pretty much a 0 stakes check, right?
This is a 0 stakes check, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, no, we won't use a reroll on that.
One thing that I don't think I made clear is that the guard that occasionally makes the external sweep is different from the guard that you saw sitting in the lobby. So you know that there are at least 2 guards in this building.
How fit do they look?
Mall cop or? Yeah.
No, they look
Are we
like
dealing with a couple of Paul Blarts?
they're not Paul Blarts. They're not, high-end Marines. They're not specialists of any sort. They just look like, well, it's Lamiera. They look like they cannot be slovenly in the position that they're in. So there is probably some mandatory gym time included in the hours of their profession. Ongoing fitness training, etc.
Yeah.
But no, you're not dealing with any Dwayne Johnsons or Jason Stathams here. And they're definitely not Paul Blarts.
Did we ever set up a drone to see if we could check for a back window or even a rooftop entrance?
Yeah, no, not yet. But that was part of my intention, was to do that. Use my stealth drone.
Okay.
I suppose we could do that. I mean, if Try's giving us a whole extra day, we could just do that on the 22nd. Right? Because the 22nd our penalty will be gone, right?
Yeah.
I don't really know what sort of checks that would really be requiring, but if there's no checks, then I would just go ahead and do it. But
It's no checks.
okay.
Then
at some point in the week, I will take my stealth drone, which is the Ghost Walker.
Well, okay. Let me do this. Nox, go ahead and roll a sneak wisdom check. The difficulty of this is 6.
And to be clear, this is one that has the hollow skin as well.
I'm pretty sure as long as I don't roll snake eyes, I just pass that then.
Right. He did not roll snake eyes. Charlie is able to give Nemesis a sense of when it would be okay and when it would be best to fly the drone in a very limited observation information gathering run.
Yep, and it would be this one would be observing from a distance because it does not have the grav muffles, but since it has the observation suite, I think that kind of helps negate that issue of having to be at a distance to be stealthy.
Yeah. With your drone, you don't see any obvious accessible rooftop entries. And excuse me. It looks like there is one other exit or entrance. I'm on the GM layer again. Why am I on the GM layer again? Okay. Layer token. Okay. It looks like there's one other entry point near the back corner of the building.
That's where you drew that line?
I'm sorry?
That's where you drew that line back there?
Yes, right here.
Okay. So that's looking like the best place to come in from.
If we're, not trying to do any social shenanigans. Which I don't think our team is well suited to, so yeah. I would say go with that entrance.
Okay.
I guess we'll do it. How many people we're going to have actually sneaking in? I guess the question is, does Zoe want in? We'll worry about that when Zoe gets back from vacation.
Okay.
Oh, my question earlier about whether Zoe was receiving text message or anything, or was only do not disturb. If it's do not disturb, you're going to get back to a bunch of messages for me to ask you about my Brood Mother project.
She's actually set up her phone to transfer all text to the boss.
Jai. No. So now you're saying Jai has a whole bunch of text messages about me asking questions for Zoe about my Brood Mother project.
Why?
somewhere in there. That should,
I do have a question. Why did you decide to call it a brood mother as opposed to like a queen?
Don't worry about it. And the name is set. It's not changing now.
Why not?
It's already been lasered onto the thing.
Uh,
Yeah, it's already engraved.
okay. So am I actually getting texts about just that thing?
I mean, I suppose. I'm not tracking the text after I send them.
All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and forward it to Nova and have her deal with those.
And who's Nova gonna forward it to?
She just deletes them.
Yeah.
Okay. That ends that cycle. That vicious cycle.
Yep. Yeah.
I really, I wasn't even aware forwarding text was a thing, but I guess it would be in the future.
Heckin'. Did you mention the heist in one of those texts?
I mean, the heist probably comes up a couple times, but mostly I'm just more concerned about the my project when it comes to, because I'm specifically looking for Zoe's help on it.
At some point, there was some kind of at least one text that had mentioned a heist heading towards Zoe that eventually made it to Jai, and Jai didn't care enough and sent it to Nova, who eventually deleted it.
Yeah, there was probably one. It's like, oh, and it's no rush. I'm working on a heist. Was probably one of them.
Over the course of the week, I realized that one of my questions earlier got put aside because you guys were going to do it that night. But since you've got a week, do you have someone go inside the building and look at it? I can't hear anybody if anybody's talking.
No, I think Charlie started saying something.
Oh, Charlie said yes.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. So you get a little bit more information about the layout. You still got doors all the way, offices here. This one is a proper emergency exit, but what you're seeing over here on this door is that it is an emergency exit, but it's a two-layered exit. You're not sure what this room is. It's not labeled on the inside, unlike the other offices, which appear to be labeled according to the director of that office. But there is a door going into this space, and it's possible that there are more doors in between, but just based on the size of that unknown space within there, and what you've seen from the outside, it should just be a single narrow room going towards that outer door. If nothing else, it adds one more obstacle to going in that way.
What are the odds that it's just that the room is just a mimic? 0%? I'm thinking 0%. We're in the future. Mimics are all dead.
I do believe that there was a crusade to kill all mimics at some point between 2020 and 3250.
Yeah, but
Possibly.
then the new science mimics came out. They were
I mean,
much
Digital mimics.
there's a video game about that. Yeah, right. Prey. Does that not have science? Is that not science fiction mimics?
never played it.
Me neither, but I've seen some of it.
Oh, I know Carrion was one.
That's not a mimic that I'm aware of.
It could start mimicking things once it absorbed DNA.
Oh, I
Which is
didn't
how
get
it
that
broke
far.
out into the world.
Oh, I didn't get that far then. Spoilers.
Gee.
I'm gonna move on from this planning part here, because I did forget that there is something that happens on the 17th.
And this is now we, it's 5 hours in. We get to find out what the big surprise was.
Oh no, the big surprise
I
was
know that was April.
Oh, okay.
um,
great.
the all related compliments. The what happens on the 17th is the idols arrive. Yay!
Hooray.
Ah.
And I have in my notes what they have for you.
The middle finger as they flip us off as they drive by. It's our ship now, bitches.
What was that? Meet with Leaping Ferret.
No,
Okay.
with the ice ferret.
Well, you'll have to officially change the name.
We did officially change the name to the ice ferret.
No,
No, not officially.
they had already flown off by the time you guys decided it was the Ice
Oh.
Ferret.
Well, we officially changed the name to the ice ferret in roll 20.
Okay. It's a difficulty 8 program int check.
Okay. I'll go ahead and roll that. Let's see what I got. Program int.
Mhm.
Da, 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 da.
All
There
right.
you go.
It is now the Ice Ferret.
Hooray. I'm glad you finally admit it.
So, they bring back to you 900 spare parts,
Okay.
39 tons of pre-tech ship salvage, and 6 tons of art. The ship salvage, pre-tech ship salvage has a factor of 150. The art has a factor of 800.
Um.
Would you like me to
So-
post that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm.
No problem. I mean,
terrible.
I've got it on a document. It's easy for me to cut and paste. It's not really
Okay.
reasonable for me to say, no, you write it.
Oh dear.
So, no need to apologize. Um, they ended up with more than that, but they have used some of it for trade and repairs and maintenance and stuff, so that there was no cost to you coming back.
Right, and I figure they're still keeping what they need to keep doing that sort of thing.
They are, yeah. And they're also paying themselves from that.
Fair enough. All right, good job there. Oh. Did we want them for anything else? Because I feel like we did originally.
You were going to take them with you to Kanagiris
Right.
and have some higher level guard types for whatever you end up doing there.
All right. So, all right.
How's
Which
one?
one was their leader again?
That's Handsome Jim.
Right. Handsome Jim. So, Handsome Jim, you want to go raid a old military facility filled with tons of ancient battle droids?
Only if those battle droids are ancient and not firing back.
Well, that's the hope. But you never know.
I will prepare my team.
Wonderful.
Where is this?
Well, they'll be on Kanagiris. And so, lots more things shooting at you. Probably. Anyway.
Yes, don't the Kanagirans fire upon ships just because they don't want anybody leaving? Or any of the late natives leaving?
They fire on ships for a lot of reasons, frankly.
Ah, yes.
Either way.
Well, tell my pilot to prepare as well.
We just got news of the find the other several days ago.
Well, it was
About a
month ago.
I don't think it was quite that long.
It was before you went off to coast.
No, we got news of the battle droid, like it actually being battle droids.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. That was when you came into March. You found out what all was supposed to be down there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So we only got news a few days ago, and we were planning an expedition to, frankly, steal it. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
sure everyone's going to be very fun with that, or have a lot of fun with that, rather. Yeah, we've got them on hand. So, is there anything else that needs to be brought up there?
How long until we need to be there? I'd like to give my team some time off.
We're planning to leave on the 23rd, so you've got a few days,
Our ship is not as fast as yours, so I'll plan accordingly.
right? So take 3 days off and then head out. We'll meet you there.
Okay. All right. They leave March on the 20th. All right. If nobody has any other things that occur between now and the 21st, then I'll just skip ahead, let everybody work on their own individual things, take some time off, take some rest time. I know that Charlie, Nemesis, and Natario are continuing to spend time on the planet. You guys have plenty of free time, again, unless you're all three there every day, which is a bad idea. So you guys have a third, 2/3 of a week each to just kind of hang out and enjoy your time there.
We have no
Charlie's
bad
also
ideas.
keeping tabs on Harry.
Okay. Okay. Um, you will have to pay for a hotel room for the three of you there, and for food and all that, which is still not expensive, compared to all of your money. But
This comes out of ship. It comes out of ship funds, anyways, right?
yeah, sure. You have that conversation with Jai or Zoe.
No. Well, whatever. I've got more than enough money. I'll just go ahead and pay for it out of Nemesis's.
I thought Jai was the one funding this whole operation.
So whatever. I'm not even going to bring it up to him. I actually don't need the money.
It's only 500 credits for all
Still
three of you.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay.
I just, I pull up my cred sticks and just start making it rain.
I should note we don't actually have a reimbursement policy here. You didn't
whatever.
ask for that in your contract, so
That's whatever. I'll just help myself to some extra spare parts.
We'll take it from the spare parts.
Yeah, I'll take it from the spare parts. I suppose the only other thing I'd be doing right now is, I guess, keeping in touch with Quill.
Okay.
And sharing my ideas vis-a-vis, totally not real Mercury Corp thing that's, trying to drive things in that direction.
Okay. And it appears that there was one news thing that I missed, which would have come in on the 16th, but it shouldn't immediately affect any of your decisions.
Just you wait.
Yeah,
Everything's
right?
gonna change.
I know.
Then the Fire Nation attacked.
You guys always do that to me. Alright, was everybody able to hear the music, or do I need to play the hidden track again?
I was hearing the music earlier, but not right
Yeah,
now.
haven't heard the music in a while.
Okay. Um, just do the hidden Richard track. I should make a
The
shorter
following
version of this.
broadcast is not suitable for
Y'all hear that?
musicians of handmade
Yep.
music and
Yep.
children under 3 years.
Okay, that was a shorter version of it.
Oh, how about that?
Wow. Convenient.
I have access to a stop button. Okay,
That one did not hurt Xander.
that one did
Yeah,
not hurt Xander.
surprisingly. Yeah.
Maybe
You could
Richard is
probably just
getting
shorten
kinder.
it down to the end of it.
Yes, I probably could. Let's see, 402. Okay. This one is news coming in from United Imperial Shogunate. This was coming in about the same time, a little bit earlier than the idols came in.
Mm-hmm.
Completely changes everything.
After disappearing for nearly 4 years, the exiled second-born son of the late Emperor Tajima has been arrested in UIS space. Caught stowing aboard Ingibyo bulk freighter Moist Phoenix on its scheduled trade run to Shinobu, the ship was diverted to Strength Station. There, with 200 Shinobu soldiers watching carefully, the Moist Phoenix and her crew are being thoroughly searched and interrogated to root out any allies or operatives Shiro might have put into play. That seems wise. After all warfare is based on deception. Certain this isn't the end for the Tiger of Honbei. This is Richard, reporting from Shinobu for ABNN.
Sorry, you blew it.
All right, a little bit
Well-
more news coming in
Wait.
on the 21st. What's up?
Isn't that the guy that was on our crew?
No, he was not on our crew. He was on the
He was on the Raza.
he's on the
Before-
Raza in the show, but I don't know
Oh.
if he was on the Raza here, to our
Yeah.
knowledge. Was
I guess
he?
Probably
I don't
should've
think he
watched more of
was.
that show.
You guys don't have any record of him being on the Raza.
Okay, so no, he was not on the Raza in this timeline.
Moist Phoenix.
Yeah, it's not a great name.
The name.
That's a great name. What are you talking about?
It's no cellar door. Okay.
Yeah. Hi,
just like-
hi, I'm captain of the wet
You must-
the wet bird.
The wet rock.
Sauna. The sauna bird. I mean, right? If Phoenix is supposed to be fiery, if it's moist, it's just a giant sauna flying around.
It's just a smoldering pheasant at this point.
Ooh,
That's
smoldering
also a
pheasant.
great name. Smoldering Pheasant.
Yeah, I know that one down.
Yeah, I will. If Harry ever gets his own ship, that's what it's called.
Outstanding.
Smoldering Pheasant. All right. The rest of your week proceeds according to what each of you is individually doing. And if I am shortcutting things that you want to explore during the week, then stop me. Absent that, the 21st comes. Zoe is released from her father's captivity, and he even jokingly puts it like that.
I actually did want to stop you really quickly.
Okay.
Could I get let me double check this. Could I get the stuff together for an extended med bay just while that's going on?
For the actual ship fitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since
I
we
think
have
you
like
could.
that many days.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Let me take a look at the extended med bay. Make sure that we're on the same page about what that will do for you.
The basic details are it can provide like more intensive care and
Okay.
provide for the entire crew if needed.
Yeah, I would assume that that will include some auto dock functionality. To basically supplement a normal military ship's complement of 2 or 3 doctors. If there are 200 people on there, those 2 or 3 doctors will not be sufficient.
Right, and it's basically provides the supplies to make it operate as like a plant side hospital would.
I don't see any reason why that would be difficult to source and do on Lamy Era. What are the mass and power requirements?
1 and 1.
Okay. And that is additional mass and power, so that's also something that
I'm double checking now, but I know we have enough mass and power. We've got enough.
okay. Um,
Just requires converting 1 ton of cargo space, which I mean that's
I'm
we're
I'm
fine.
happy to see you guys losing all that cargo space. That was way too
Yeah.
much cargo space.
Yeah.
The ship was supposed to have 200 tons worth of cargo space. That's
Well,
it.
we had a lot of extra mass, and what else are you gonna do with it?
Yeah. I hadn't fully thought through the logistics of, oh, I'll just give them a little bit extra mass here because let them actually have some ship upgrades without sacrificing necessary things.
Honestly, I think that's the best way to go. I don't think it's really that big of a deal.
It's not. It really isn't. I'm joking. It would only be. It's only funny if you end up with like 1,000 tons of very low value cargo,
Yeah.
like factor of 10.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see, extended mid bay. The asterisk means that it's times 25 for a cruiser.
Yes, for a cruiser, so it's 125,000, I think,
Yep. Okay.
which isn't that bad for fitting.
125,000 at. Let's see. It's going to extend your stay by another 3 days. Effectively, with Cassian's influence, the shipyard is effectively working at 50,000 credits a day, or 50,000 credits worth of work a day. And so if you want them to keep working at that rate, with this additional work, they're going to want percentage-wise more than they wanted for the drop pod, and would ask for an extra 25,000 on top of that, which would make it an even 3 days worth of work.
So I need to pay 25,000 on top of that to make it worth still do the 3 days extension.
Yeah, because otherwise they'll just revert back to normal work rate, which is 25,000 credits worth of work a day.
So should be another. So wait, clarify. What day are they getting the drop pod done on?
The 22nd.
Oh, so same day Zoe's done. Okay.
A day after Zoe's done, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because Zoe's was only 6 days. Basically, Cassian was wanted Zoe for the entire duration of them working on that. So yes, they're both done the same day.
Okay. Fair enough. That's fine.
So do you want them? I guess the difference really is only 2 days. Do you want to spend the extra 25,000 to have them work faster, or do you just want to let them work at a normal rate and have it take 5 days?
I'm fine with paying that 25,000 extra. That's not too big of a deal.
Okay. So 150,000 for extended med bay, and they'll be finished with that on the 24th.
Yep. So that's when we'll plan to leave.
Okay. That actually should coincide nicely with the idols leaving on the 20th. I'll look at the actual time frames involved for them arriving at the same time as you, and they may leave a day later. They may try to extend their vacation here.
Okay.
Does Zoe have any parting words for dear father?
It wasn't as terrible as I thought it was going to be.
Before you say that, let me
Oh
point
God,
out.
is he gonna get some crazy like If I leave the
No,
town,
no,
everybody's
but
going
while they're at perpetual motion, his more controlling and overprotective side starts to show.
Oh, so it was just as terrible as I thought it was going to be. All right, see you later.
Well, he's not really letting any potential romantic interactions occur. He's putting the
Great, I
kibosh
don't
on.
want it.
Yeah, well,
With
he's putting the kibosh on any interest that men show to Zoe.
oh
Glare.
okay. I thought you were saying that he was not allowing. I was like, yeah, he's my dad.
Oh no
Gross.
no 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 yeah no he's perfectly he's clear on that part.
Yeah, well, good luck stopping me when I'm in space. Fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's overprotective of any kind of romantic interest that others, men and women, show to Zoe.
Yeah, that's nice. An overprotective dad. That's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, that's not too big of a deal.
So Zoe still comes up with it's not as terrible as she thought it would be.
Yep.
Okay. He he's at the door of the. Well, I guess they would fly back to House LaRue instead of taking separate ships back. Yeah. Okay. So Zoe is flown back to House LaRue along with him, and as they're departing the shuttle, he assumes that she's going to make her way back to her own crew instead of you know uh, coming back to
Well, I
the.
mean, if we're at House LaRue, are my rooms still here?
Uh, keep in mind there's some confusion with House LaRue. House LaRue is also the name of the city.
That's right. God
Yeah.
damn it.
But yes, Zoe's rooms are available. He certainly hasn't removed them or converted them into anything.
Gotta go see if that maid's face is still there.
There's no sign of any maid's face in Zoe's old room. It is filled with stuffed animals, though.
Weird. Are any of the stuffed animals? Are they stuffed with like spare parts?
They're not stuffed with spare parts. Some of them show signs of having been repaired. In fact, more of them show signs of having been repaired than one would expect for, a young girl.
Weird. All right. I don't know what to do with that information.
It looks like the stuffed animals were abused in some fashion or another.
Okay, gotcha.
You may
Yeah,
not have been a great child.
Yeah.
No, she was just taking things apart to see how they work.
Everyone's weird about Jai doing the fucking genetic engineering, and here you are, all the traits of an actual sociopath.
Look, you take the wings off of a fly once,
And then the father says, "Okay, no more flies for you," and then you start taking the wings off of stuffed flies.
Sure. Yeah.
You start taking the faces off of maids.
Look, if they didn't want their faces taken off, they shouldn't have made that stupid face-off joke.
Does Zoe actually inquire about that at all?
Nope.
I didn't think she would.
Repression is strong with this one.
I mean, she hasn't even gone back to look at her memories again. You think she's going to ask?
But
Yeah.
no, she checks out the room. If it looks like, God, how young was she when she left? Like 16? 15?
Yes.
16. Okay. Yeah, no, I think she would be like, well, this looks like a little kid's room. Totally removed from her exalted now age of 18.
A little kid's room filled with clothes that still fit perfectly.
Shut up. Actually, are there any cool jackets?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
They're fancy and frilly. The closet are full of dresses, pants, shirts, jackets, all manner of clothing that befit a princess who knows they're a princess and dresses accordingly.
Ooh, ooh. How many? God, what was that shirt? What did it say? How many stop being poor shirts do I have?
None.
I did not just eat cake.
It looks like there may have been some restrictions placed by somebody who has an image to maintain.
Damn it. All right.
All right. And that resolved Lulu's and Arch. Nox, Meowkin, anything to address before I play this last news snippet and call it a session?
I think we're good. We just need to do some homework about our heist plan. I've updated the. I guess I'll make that a second draft.
Okay.
I'm pretty much done with stage 1 now, I think.
Nox?
Nope, nothing to add.
All right. I'm not going to play the Hidden Ritual track or any portion of it. I'm going to go straight into this next one.
Okay.
Tajima Shiro, exiled prince and heir to the throne, has resurfaced with a quiet growl and deadly claws, overtaking Strength Station in one swift operation. And while the young emperor, Shiro's own brother, considers his next move, the Tiger of Honbei is busy flipping the board and rewriting the rules. Under proper leadership, the shogunate could become a major sector-wide player. The exiled prince's brother has displayed limited capability, and less ambition, to lift his own state's status from that of a distant curiosity. Will he yield to Shiro's challenge? Or will he rise to meet it? This is Richard, watching the action unfold from Shinobu, for ABN News.
Wait,
Okay.
wait. So they arrested him, and then 5 days later he was like, you know what? I like this station. I think I'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking amazing.
Outstanding. Good job, guys.
This guy's a player character.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, he is an option.
No, that's amazing. No, I mean in action, he is.
Yeah. All the
Amazing.
player characters are indeed player characters.
All right. That ends everything I had for this session.